Hello, very good morning to you and welcome to Jewellery Maker. My name is Fee and it is gorgeous to be with you here today on the Fee Marathon. Yes, I'm camping here all day, quite frankly. And I'm not sure about this nickname if I'm honest, the Ox. That makes her sound like a giant heifer and she really isn't. She's the gorgeous Hannah Oxbury. This nickname, the Ox.
The Ox, yeah, it's because there's so many Hannahs in the building.
Of course there is. So it's just not very, because you're beautiful and demure and petite, and that makes you sound like a great big giant of a stallion or a giant bull or something. I don't know.
Oh, thank you, that's very sweet. But yeah, in the office I can be quite bullish, I suppose.
I love it, I love it. She's our gorgeous Hannah Oxbury, and she has been making exciting, beautiful pieces with the resin. We're going to be discussing and talking about and showing and selling and presenting the resin and the enamel today. Loads of goodies. I've even snaffled myself a little ring here. Beautiful rings in honor of, there was a lady, what was the lady's name? Is it Dorothy? Who made, Susan, I made that up, didn't I, Dorothy? Who's Dorothy? Susan. It's not close at all, is it? Susan made a really gorgeous enamel ring, and in honor, and it almost had an opal effect, and this is what Kim, my producer, wanted Hannah to recreate, and she did a great effect. So Susan, this is because of your innovative style, and look at these, they are stunning. And we're going to show you how you can recreate those. We've got the molds for the butterflies, we've got the glitter, we've got the fibers, we've got all sorts, the speed heat gun, and oh, you name it. We've also got at 12 o'clock a show-stopping brand new gem. Now what I've got to do is show you the beauty inside because it's locked in. Let me just pick this for you. It's like an opal effect. This is called the Girasol quartz, and it's a quartz whereby it's almost like there is opal within it. It's where the light follows the sun and you see a rainbow locked within. Let me see if I can show you. It's so palpable here in the studio, and then as soon as I try to get it, I know, me too, and we were just admiring it. Let me just, I'm determined to find it for, because it's there, and it's like an opalescence within the gem. It's not like the pure white moonstone. There, can you see it? Can you see it there? And you get tiny little nuggets of it within the white quartz. It's not star quartz, it takes the name of the Girasol, meaning to follow the sun, yellows and golds, and it's like seeing opal within the quartz. So it's absolutely beautiful. It's one you've got to get home. I haven't got enough of these though at 12 o'clock today. So please, please, please make sure you've got a date in your diary for that. And all of, oh, she demanded that she have it. Look at that for nuggety goodness. In honor of Jan McNulty, the white quartz. Oh, we had the big chunks last night. Look at those, they're delicious. Had to keep the big Ox away from these. This is her special, the Oxbury. Oh, look at the gorginess. Oh, would you stop with your beautifulness? Would you stop with the gorginess? Look at the Amazonite. Oh, and hello from one mine currently that is only producing this topaz, the most precious topaz, the most expensive natural topaz, because all topaz is white and heat treated to give you those blues, those pinks, or diffusion, you know, like your kiwi topaz. This is natural, and it's from the Capeo mine, the only known mine right now producing this beautiful gem in the Menacheris region. Look at those sherry trifle golds, and most incredible, and frosted. I just don't even get to see this gem on our sister channel. It just lights up with the golden glow that literally enhances every colour in your wardrobe. From the Urupetro district there, the Capeo mine, which is supposed to be the only producing mine of this gorgeous, beautiful gem. It literally translates from the Portuguese meaning black gold in this township in the Menacheris region in the rich gem mountains there. Oh, stop! There's so much to tell you about the early bird. I must get on with the early bird. Limited stock, that's one, is in this bundle. It is, isn't it? Yeah. Just double check. Well, it looks like it to me. Golden, it's called Sunshine Through the Clouds. Yes. Citrine, 90 carats of sunshine. Oh, the sunshine. Oh, and look at the tones there, from lemonade whites to rich honey golds and buttermilk golds there. Then we have, oh, the aquamarine goodness. Now, we had some fantastic aquamarine yesterday, $14.95, big rondelles. I know Lucy has some nuggets for, was it $6.95 in the morning? Yeah, well, I've got nuggety goodness for you to end all nuggety goodness. That is a long double strand there, isn't it? Literally. Look at the blues. Look at those blues. Ooh. Ooh, chimicucci. 310 carats. Then we've got 150 carats of moonstone, pussy willow moonstone. The bees love pussy willow. That's what it always reminds me of, the pussy willows. It's kind of that milky, that sheen, that soft angular essence. And then, here we go. Are you ready? Close your ears because it's only 9:05. Botswana! 280 carats of the most royal, the most beautiful, the most irresistible Botswana agate with all its banded, gorgeous. I mean, just look at that one. It's like it reminds me of, what do you call that big flat, it's not a fish, it's triangular. Stingray. It reminds me of stingray. Can you see that there? Reminds me of the pattern on the back of a stingray. That one there. Oh, the beauty, the colours. Look at the banding there. Look at the finesse. Oh, would you stop? I have got the most unbelievable offer on all 4 of these strands today. Now, I've already given a big, juicy, Lucy hint that we had some nuggets with the lovely Lucy. She'll be back with you tomorrow. Don't forget the cake. $6.95. I've got Sunshine Citrine. I've got Fifi's favourite. Quite frankly, I paid this price just for the Botswana. Irresistible. Less than 100 left. Already down to 80. You're whopping them in your baskets. Don't forget, 1 p.p. for the day. Myself and Hannah have got our masterclass with the Perspex at 2. And I've got the evening show. This is the Fifi Marathon. You must join me and send me in your texts. Make sure I stay awake. Of course I'll stay awake with Botswana and beautiful aquamarine and moonstone and sunshine in the citrine and glitterati. Oh, look what we've got for you today. It's going to be jam-packed. I'm not ready. I'm getting the gin. Are you ready? Have you got your gin, Hannah? The ox. She's got a trough. $9.95 for the whole shebang. She bangs, $9.95, loads of you flooded in. This is the way to start your baskets and get them open on a Saturday morning. It's going to be a beautiful day. It's going to be a beautiful day and we'll light up your jewellery making. Oh, just look at I can't take my eyes off the Botswana, and yet the aquamarine is so sumptuous. And the sunny golds and buttermilk honey golds of that. And you get the lovely translucency, the transparency there as well. Less than £2.50 a strand, which, you know, by our own standards is amazing. I've just explained, haven't I? You know, our own nuggety goodness that we had on the aquamarine yesterday was $6.95, which was tremendous. I'm not trying to poo-poo ourselves. I'm just saying how great the deal is to get all 4 now of the nuggets. Things hanging off me here. $9.95. Please don't miss out. TUG C33. So much to tell you about. So much to get through today. It's going to be fast and furious. But my goodness, all you need to do is get those codes written down, dial up, and don't miss out. They're flying out. Please be quick on the early bird. I just don't want you to miss out first thing. Because, the nuggety goodness. Tremendous. TUG C33. Alrighty, that's my early birds to warm us up. Now, we have got the Girasol quartz coming up with that opal, with almost like opal within it. It's the best way I can describe it to you. But Hannah's got a kit. Have I got the kit? It's over by Hannah. I'm walking over to Hannah. I have done this before, honest. Okay, all I'm going to do is show you the gorgeousness. Actually, I'm going to take the Amazonite with me as well. Now, have a little look. Hannah has got the coral in the white form here. And the silver-coated hematite, am I right? And that Amazonite is just divine, isn't it?
Such a beautiful colour. Such a beautiful colour on this piece.
And to match with this kit, we have got this fabulous turquoise-coloured silver-plated copper wire, haven't we? The 0.8 that you're working with. And these lovely seamless bead caps, the cone bead caps. I don't know if you can see those. And you get 5 of those, don't you? They just give such an excellent finish to your pieces, don't they?
It's all about sort of making the most of your findings. I mean, those seamless bead caps have a really nice surface area. There's a lot of reflection of light off the top of those. And it's just little pieces like that that take your jewellery making to the next level.
Yes, attention to detail. Let me just show you those. You get 5 of those. And it's funny, isn't it? You might think, oh, but they seem quite, you know, they're small, Fiona. But they're sterling silver. This is the thing with this kit. The silver, the sterling silver. And there's a sterling silver chain, am I right?
It's a silver plate on
silver
the chain.
plate, sorry, I beg your pardon.
Yeah, in the findings pack.
It's silver plated in the findings pack. These are silver
These are sterling
silver, the bead
so you've got a mix of both the findings.
You've got a mix there. These are just, it just gives such, you know, you may think small, but your eye is drawn to that quality when you see it in the designs.
Yeah.
I'm always picking it out when I see the bead caps in designs, and you get 5 of those. So a beautiful, beautiful kit that you're working with as I speak.
I am. I've already started.
So this is going to be your challenge.
Yeah.
What's this kit got a name? Blue Horizon. Blue Horizon. So you've got 260 carats of the Amazonite. We're going to launch this later on. Cream-coloured coral browns. Just love these colours. And then the pop of the silver-coated hematite barrels, 150 carats. Then we've got 10 metres of the turquoise wire, 5 of those sterling silver cones, and your silver-plated findings in there, as well as your monofilament bead and thread and clear elastic. So I'm very excited. I'm so excited. There's so much going on
over here.
If you're new to the art of resin and enamel, then this is the one to watch, because we will be bringing you all the introductory features that you need to get started, and Hannah will be showing us how. Yes, indeedy. So I'll be back to you in a moment, darling, but that's what I wanted to show you. That sexy little strand of Amazonite there as well, which I thought would go perfectly with that kit. But right now I want to launch some rose gold flash coated crimps covers. Do you know, last night I was having real problems, because Claire will tell you. Could I remember the word for crimp? Not once. I mean, it must have come up about 6 times every time I turn around to Laura and says, what's the word? I just had an absolute, it's like somebody sucked the word out of my brain and got rid of it. And you need that word on this show, don't you? Seriously, you do need to know the word. I don't know what happened to me. Just absolute. Do you ever get that brain block? Right, these are crimp covers, and the gold flash pertains to the micron thickness of gold on the actual copper finding. It's I've only got limited availability on these, and they're already callers on the line. So it's a more economic way of giving a gold finish. Still got the durability, still got all the beauty, but of course it gives greater affordability, because the plating is just a little bit thicker in the micron thickness on the actual metal, whereas this is your gold flash, which is equally as beautiful and durable, but ultimately even more affordable. So this is the rose gold flash, just to differentiate that for you between that and plating. You get 195 4mm, and these are your crimp covers. So again, as Hannah just quite rightly pointed out with the bead caps, it just gives a lovely professional finish to your jewellery making. And it's so nice to see now the rose gold plating, the rose gold flash, the rose gold coloured wire coming through. And also, we don't need to use them as crimp covers, decorative balls, because they open out. Are these already? Yes, they are. You can actually they are already. If I can pick up this one and just show you, can you see the line down there? So all you've got to do is open it out. But as you can see, if you just leave it as is, they've got quite a wide dimension in terms of a hole, a drill hole, I would say about 2mm. So it could be just decorative balls, you know, within your design, you know, put a few together, separate gems, pink pearls or anything like that between them. So we don't just have to use what their function is for. You get a massive, should we see the picture again? 195. To either side of a pendant. Obviously the finishing touches on your crimps, but I would be very sorely tempted to use those decoratively. I would use them in between the finesse and the sherry colour pinks and the golds of the imperial topaz that we've got coming up, because the rose gold just brings out those champagne pinks in that beautiful natural, those flashes, those paparazzi colours that you see in the actual sherry colours, the orange pinks of this imperial topaz, this highly valued colour of the topaz. Just a thought there, just my thoughts I'm sharing there with you. Just an amazing, I mean, look at that. Loads there, absolutely loads. Going to be an amazing deal to add to your stash, so please don't miss out. AJA Z68. Guzzling the tea there, excuse me. Oh, hello! Come on, Kimmy, do the mathematics for me. What does that work out per ball? 7.95. Tremendous for 195. And rose gold, you know, with that element of the alloy of copper in your 9-carat gold, giving you that rose gold of, oh, is it there? It didn't fly off, did it? Just even more expensive than your yellow gold, because of course you're alloying the gold there. And of course the affordability lies in the micron thickness of the flash. Sorry, darling, I'm not helping, am I? With my tweezers pinging off here, there and everywhere. So we can use those decoratively as the balls or as the crimp covers, and they do add finesse to your designs, don't they, Hannah? Really Loads of people on the line for these.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised. It's a mega offer, isn't it, darling?
It's a really amazing offer. And it's, as I've already said, if you buy it in bundle weight as well, if you're making to sell,
yes,
you're making profit on these pieces.
Of course you are, yeah, exactly. As a lot of our fantastic jewellery makers do, because it starts off as a hobby and the next minute it's an industry, isn't it?
It's quite easily.
People turn around to them and say, oh, I like that, will you make me one? I've already done it to Hannah this morning. Every time there's a guest designer, I said, I like that, can I have one? Just go and make it yourself, Fee. Well, I do, and I try and find the time. Do you know, I felt like Mega Mom yesterday. I actually pureed some carrot and swede and parsnip for Shay. I felt like, what's her name? Annabella, what's it? What's the name that does all the menus for the kiddies? Annabella.
Oh, I know the one you mean, but
Carmel.
No. Carmel.
I thought, oh, a Mega Mom me, doing that in between ironing my dress for work and getting Jed off to nursery. Oh, stressful, isn't it? Just buy the pot, Fiona. I know I have done, I know, but I was trying, oh, she needs some veggies. I'm trying to wean her. What's that, darling? $7.95. They do. Oh, the onyx. Stop with your gorgeousness. Have I showed you my onyx? Amazing, in between just that little pinch of the rose gold in there. In between the onyx. Oh, the imperial topaz, the shell, the magnesite. We've got it all. Or bringing out, and I know I've not been able to show you the flex, but I will. Hot diggity dog, I'll find it. Bringing out the opal, almost play of colour that you see in our Girasol quartz there. Oh, can you see it now? Can you see it? Tell me you can see it there. Woo!
There you go.
Claire, record that, quick. I may never get that back again for you. She can't. You've seen it. Oh, look at it, look at it, look at it. Yeah. Oh! Always happens when you're not trying, doesn't it? Hold it there. Hold it there. We're on it. She's on it like a carb on it. Oh, can you see the goals there? Can you see it's almost, can you see why I describe it? It's almost like opalescence. Yeah, and wouldn't that look pretty with your rose? I know there's a little reflection of those rose gold beads behind, but not at the top there, because that's what I'm trying to show you. Whoa, that's at 12 o'clock. Don't phone in for that yet. That's at 12 o'clock. Loads of you phoning in for the fabulous rose gold flash crimp covers. Right, I'm going to straight onto that black onyx now. I'm going to put these away and be a tidy girl. It's all about the resin today with the big ox. It's not big ox at all. The ox. What's that, darling? Now, this is, Hannah will tell you this as well, this is a massive staple. This will go beautifully with the Girasol quartz, amazingly with, I think, this ice quartz that we've got for you. That's the best way I can describe it. It is a staple. It is the rich black onyx with your corals, the white coral and the silvery hematite that Hannah's got in the kit. I mean, this is just, once you've got it, oh, I can spy a bit of Dalmatian jasper. Oh, the goodness that I've got in my boxes down here, it's just tremendous. It is a massive staple, and it is your wonderful 210 carats and big rounds. We've had some onyx recently, but not in the 10 millimeters. And you'll notice with the tassel, obviously, we're going for the top quality of this, you know, what is a naturally heavily banded gemstone. Do you like your onyx? I mean, you know, do you have these staples in your collection,
I
Hannah?
do. I have my two big staples are my clear quartz, crackle quartz, and of course your blacks and your onyxes. And I often get asked, how do you tell the difference between your black gemstones, your agates, your onyxes?
Sure.
What I always recommend is buy a strand like this and then take one bead and put it in a bag and name the bag.
Bead.
Yeah, so you've got,
That's
like you say, a master collection. And you'll soon find, if you start comparing strands for like, you can see quite a difference between black gemstones. So that's my little tip of the day.
I think that's a great tip. I was asked, funny enough, I was saying yesterday, I was asked a similar thing, you know, how do you tell the difference between the ruby and the red spinel? And as Hannah said, it's always something when I'm going on about black spinel, it's different to onyx. Yeah. Onyx is different to your black agate. Sometimes in black agate, you will see banding, or if you hold it to light, you'll see a little bit of semi-translucency. I'd say that's probably the hardest one to distinguish between black onyx and black agate. Sometimes it's a weight thing though as well, a density thing.
They do feel different. They have different surface luster to them. Again, other gemstones, you've got obsidian, which to the
golden
surface
obsidian,
it's very light coloured and very translucent. So they just build up a collection.
Build up a little master box and you can do your comparisons with. Yeah, that's a great idea. But as Hannah said, you know, an absolute must, a staple, because there'll come a time when you are looking for that black bead, that black gem, or a couple just to accent, to finish, or to just pop in between a mix of colour to focus the eye, to draw the eye. Or someone specifically asked you for a monochromatic look, or you yourself have found yourself in a situation where, you know, I had a lady there the other week, couldn't find the jewellery to wear to her son's wedding, ended up making it her own, you know, with the colours she wanted. And we'll be looking at some of your designs on the Wall of Fame. I'm very excited about that. You know, more affordable, greater, you know, beauty, because you'd made it herself, greater satisfaction. So don't miss out, because I'm going to give you a tremendous offer. Now, we managed to acquire this in a large quantity so that we could bring the price down drastically. You know, Hannah is one of our key buyers for us here, you know, goes worldwide to source the gems. She'll tell you herself when we can actually acquire in bulk. We can drive those prices. She's the ox. She goes in there demanding extremely competitive prices so we can pass on those savings to you. This is real black onyx after all. This is a massive 210 carats of quality. And that saving we do want to pass on rather than just talk about. So let's do it. Ooh, get a couple, because you know you're going to use that and then be reaching to your collection in your storage box and thinking, oh, why didn't I get more when Fifi had it for $6.95? DEG K55, 210 carats. Free phone number, you start with me. I'm on the Fifi Mega Marathon. Hannah's the ox is with me for half the day. We've got our Perspex Masterclass at 2 o'clock this afternoon, live for an hour, demonstrating from start to finish how to make some beautiful jewellery, because we know the Perspex the launch didn't record for us to play out on the evening. So if you missed the first 2 hours of the live show a couple of weeks ago, this is a second chance, if you like, and also obviously to sell you that wonderful medium to work with. And then I'll be bringing, you know, so start, my point is start early with opening up your basket. You've got your 30-day money back guarantee. So what it is about, as Hannah said as well, is feeling the quality, holding that quality, enjoying that quality in the hand. You know, a whole month to think about it, full refundable money back guarantee. And if you can find more competitive prices, lower prices for quality like this elsewhere, then obviously send it back. But we know the answer to that question. It's going to be no. I'm going to save you the shoe leather and the angst of having to leave the comfort of your front room and, you know, just have a nice cup of tea and your porridge or your Weetabix or your Special K, whatever it is you're having this morning, and enjoy the show. And I know I've already got texts coming in about the butterfly. What's going on when you're doing the butterfly? It's coming up in the show. There's a resin special about 11 o'clock. Got the moles, got the glitter, got the girl, got it all, got the ring. 11 o'clock in honour of Sue. Isn't that beautiful? Alrighty, so much to pack in. Okie dokie. So do text us in. Any questions about the resin work or the enamel work or gems per se? You know, because Hannah will tell you all about the gems as well. Now is the time. She can help you with your queries, your questions, anything to do with your jewellery making. But we're asking specifically about the enamel and the resin because that's our speciality today. If that is, you know, what you'd like to find out more about. Or 60777, or indeed the Perspex, because it'll be a live show at 2 o'clock. And Hannah is your girl. So send your message into JM Studio. We'd love to hear from you this morning. And we'll do a bit of a question and answer session when we're presenting the enamel.
Yeah, that's
part of the show. Yeah, we love it. We love being tested. If you can get your texts in the next hour or so, we can sift through them and get them ready and ask Hannah direct and get them on the iPad there. And 60777. Make sure your text just starts JM Studio. Normal network charges apply, and then we know it's for us, and we'll do our very best to answer as many of those as possible. Especially if you're new to us as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's next, gorgeous? On to the first kit of the day. It is a tremendous kit. It is packed with goodies, and it is in the daytime officially with our Kim, officially the lowest priced kit. And we are actually going to give you and show you the exact saving you are making with this kit today. So new jewellery makers, let's get started with the most affordable kit, free DVD, free get started booklet to enable you to launch yourself into a brand new area and realm of making your own jewellery. It's fun, it's fabulous. It could be translated into craft work as well. So not just for jewellery, it could be bookmarks, light pulls, all sorts. We have got for you, because I will start with the gemstones, green magnesite, bright grass green, 50 carats, 4mm rounds. We have got for you the soft salmon pink shell perfect rounds that are 10mm. We've got the metallic sheen of the dusty blue, blue-grey pearls, shell pearls, 10mm, and then the rice bead shapes of that translucent 20 carats, I should say, 5x3 aventurine rice beads. So those are your gemstones. These are your threading materials. Aren't they beautiful? A real garden mix for me, because the greens and the flowers, I'm thinking roses, and then the dusty blues there, you know, the evening sky, you know, 9:30 at night, that's, you know, those, the aventurine and the dusty blues, that's kind of like the colour of the sky with a little bit of that crimson salmon pink in there. It's called a pretty picture. It does remind me of your garden, that one. Now, we have got organza ribbon, sherbet organza ribbon. We've got the garden rose, the light orchid, and the pretty organza. So the lilac, the rose, and the baby pink. And you get 5 meters of each of those. We've also got the cord, the light pink satin cord, and the pretty cream satin 5 meters of the 1mm cord as well. So it's not just the elastic, the monofilament, and the beading thread, which come in the colors as well. Bright pink, well, baby pink, I should say, bubblegum pink, candy elastic, monofilament there as well. So you've got the actual 80 meters of the monofilament, 6 meters of the clear elastic, 50 meters of the dusty pink clear beading thread, and then you've also got the silvery beading thread in there as well. Have you? Oh, sorry, no you haven't. You've got the dusty pink, which quite frankly is better because of our dusty pinks in the kit. So there are your 3 threading. You've got the organza ribbon, 3 lots, and the lovely satin cord. Now my findings are the antique bronze. There's been a real vogue and renaissance of your vintage jewellery, and this is why we introduced the bronze copper findings. You know, they do give that vintage look, and what I love are some of the individual key pieces in there, you know, like the large anchor style bolt ring clasp, like the designer toggle clasps in there, and of course the ribbon cord ends, 1 meter of that bronze copper chain, crimp covers, jump rings, eye pins, head pins, crimps themselves, and stirrup shepherd hooks. So, got an awful lot. Let me just take off these gemstones here. Funky, again, for me, there's something about that salmon pink, which, and we'll ask Hannah as well, I'm sure she agrees, I think that salmon pink lends a vintage feel to the jewellery. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm thinking of a time, an era when, you know, it was a popular colour, you know, in the 50s, that salmon pink, those pastels there, and that green aventurine, but then you've got that bright magnesite as well, and then something so pretty and uplifting about the metallic sheen of the shell as well. Now Hannah's remit is obviously to use these together in a kit, which is what she's done to make the jewellery, but of course you don't have to. You can mix, you can match, you can introduce your amazonite, your labradorite, you know, because we're going to give you such a massive saving. I mean, that dusty shell blue with the blues of labradorite, when you see the sheen, there's a massive amount of sheen on there that always disappears when I try to show you. On that, there we go, can you see it there? See how beautiful and complementary they are. So we can use other gemstones in there to introduce with this kit. You can, but Hannah's remit is simply to use what she sees. I do love that salmon pink, the Amazonite. There's something, again, very vintage about those two. I'd love to introduce that. And we're going to give you a massive saving so you can get these other strands I'm showing you here on the show today. I've got a coloured top. I haven't worn my top. I've got a top that colour actually. I must wear that. Sorry, I'm rattling on to myself. Now we're going to show you the massive saving if you were to buy these individual components from Jewellery Maker. The saving I'm showing you is a Jewellery Maker saving, not elsewhere, because it's probably going to be more if you're trying to get like for like elsewhere. Individually, as a added up, you're looking at about. There's your individual breakdown. £30.15 exactly. Now these are our prices. You know, what we're doing is breaking down the Pretty Picture jewellery kit, component by component, if you were to buy these separately on our own internet site and add them to your basket. And it should come to about £30.15. Obviously, we're not going to do that because we put it together as a complete kit for you. Free DVD, get started booklet if you want to get started. Hannah's going to give us a demonstration in a moment. We've got tutorials on our website, Facebook followers, individual designers that can be contacted as well, individual workshops. You can come and visit us here at the studios and experience firsthand how to get started in your jewellery making. So let's give you a massive saving so that we can further adventure. And for our regulars who love a bargain, so not £30.15, but when we buy them all together as a wonderful Pretty Picture kit, oh, let you be coochie, look at that, Hannah. £15.95.
It's half price, isn't it?
I know, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, amazing. We're still in business, quite frankly.
It's right.
Good job we could just, pay you in Kit Kats and what have you.
It is rather, yeah.
Other biscuits are available. £15.95. They're flying out, Hannah, because everybody loves. Don't you just love a bargain?
Oh, everyone loves a bargain.
Everyone loves a bargain, and we want to get the enamel later,
Yes.
and the glitter, and the sparkle, and all of those fabulous components in our enamel. Because once you've started your jewellery making, you'll want to expand into the other realms. You just saw with your own eyes exactly what it would cost you separately on Jewellery Maker, and I would dread to think what it would cost you elsewhere were you to buy these components. I mean, Debbie's always talking about our prices rise with most competitive as well. Hannah will tell you that because obviously she's a buyer for us. But let's go and see the lovely Hannah and talk about how she found the kit. Oh. It does have a vintage feel, doesn't it, darling?
It really does. I think you've got the bright greens and then the coral pinks, which were obviously very evident in Victorian times.
Yes, going back, yes, they loved their coral, didn't they?
They did, yeah. And I think that's where the vibe of sort of vintage for this kit is coming from, highlighted beautifully, of course, by the antique bronze findings.
Indeed, indeedy. And this is just a taster of what you can do. What we like to do is inspire you further. So talk me through your pieces. So your necklace is like a triple bib there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just something really, really random. You've got 3 strands coming through, and then just picking at random gemstones and popping them onto the beading thread and crimping off. And it's just a nice 3D look. It's sort of put it on, easy wear bib necklace. And of course finished with an extender chain as well, which is great.
Yeah.
So depending on your neckline, what you're wearing,
yeah,
you can adapt it to suit.
And you've got that extra chain in there to literally do that in your designs.
Yeah, exactly.
And then this is very in vogue right now, isn't it? This tassel, the drop necklaces.
Tassels are just so everywhere at the moment.
I love them.
And again, it's really, really simple. All we've done is popped a few lengths of chain onto a jump ring, finished with the coral coloured pearl, shell pearl, and then it's just quick. Probably 5-minute make, that is.
Really?
Yeah, 5-minute make, easily.
Even I can manage that. And then a pretty, it's almost like a macrame ring, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is stunning, isn't it?
Again, it's just showing how you can use a beading thread in different ways. This is a quadrant weave technique.
Quadrant weave, yeah.
And just moving forward to a central piece. And it's just bringing this one piece of beading thread through, wrapping it through to create rings.
We do the quadrant weave on one of our DVDs, don't we?
We do, yeah. I think it's basics DVD, basic beading.
Yeah.
Which again is available on our website.
And tremendous! Now you've used the satin cord to great effect here, rather than the threaded material. It's the feature.
It's the feature, yeah. I wanted to mix it up a bit. There was a couple of ladies on Facebook the other day asking for just really, really simple friendship bracelet style techniques, and that's actually the demo we're going to show today as well.
Lovely. And 3 sets of earrings, which is always a winner with Fifi. And for all sorts of styles. Lovely bit of tasselage. Love a dingle dangle. Pretty demure. You see, that's just show the feature of how beautiful those individual gemstones are.
Exactly.
Keeping it simple can be all it's about. And then very fashionable with the chain. Just so different, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's so simple.
It's just to show you can make really, really different looks. And again, earrings especially are, I would say, probably my biggest seller from my business point of view. And it's a sort of thing because you can put them in at £2 to £5 and people
you're using a
pick them up.
fraction of what is in your kit.
Exactly.
And we pay that. We pay that for the dress jewellery. I've paid it numerous times and more than that often enough. And you just think, well, cost effective, better off making your own, quite frankly.
Exactly.
Or just sidling up to your lovely guest designer and saying, I like those, can I have those? Right, my darling, what are you going to show us?
Right, so what we've got is just 4 lengths of our satin cord. I've cut them down and we're just going to show you how to pop those into a fold over cord end clasp and just begin a little simple braiding technique. So you see I've got them all at the same length and I'm holding them quite tightly between my fingers. I've grabbed one of my cord ends and I'm going to pop all 4 threads into the centre. And you see again, I'm just holding that all in place. Using my flat nose pliers, I'm just going to simply fold over. It's a little bit fingers and thumbs when you're doing it away from yourself, but fold over one side. And it doesn't matter if you don't catch all the cords in there because you can always fold over the other side. But the importance is to really clamp down. You see I'm really squeezing down onto that cord end. I'm just going to quickly turn that round and repeat that on the other side. Just sort of bring in the pliers over and around and just easing that into place and clamping down. You see that's really nice and secure. Now obviously we've got these lengths of excess. What I would do is either cut these down with scissors, so as close to the cord end as you can get, or you can use our thread zapper and burn them off as well, and that's available on the website. So all you need to do, really easy technique, and you probably remember this from making friendship bracelets and things as a child. You take in the furthest left cord and knotting over the first one. So you're knotting around and pulling that through. And then running that up to the top to meet. Then you come over and around again to finish the knot. And again, just pull that through. Cool up there. Of course, it always makes sense if you have your pliers neatly on the desk and not tangled up in your cords. There we go.
I do remember making these.
And it's just simple overhand knots, and you move along to the next one, taking your time, up to the top, over
so that
and
lead
around.
one is going around all the drop
one.
threads.
Yeah, you carry the lead across all the drops, like so. And again, the last one.
It's very therapeutic, isn't it?
It is.
You get quite quick at it as well, don't you?
You do. It's almost like a bit like knitting, I suppose.
Yes,
and you can just sit in front of Jewellery Maker when it's on the telly and just sit and braid away. There we go. And these are great for sort of kids' jewellery as well. So I've finished that. And what I do at the end is just push all the knots up so that they're all in line with the top. And you literally
and you start from the outside
start from the outside again and carry that through.
Repeat.
And repeat and repeat and repeat until you've got whatever length you want. You can use it as bracelets, as I have done in this kit, or as necklace chains, or just mix it up and use it as really different sort of earring findings as well. That could be really fun and festival look. But you just literally repeat.
The pink and the vanilla reminds me of like an ice cream soda or an
does.
ice cream sundae. It's really pretty, the pastels.
It really is. But yeah, really quick, easy technique.
But very effective.
But very effective.
And a nice way to use the satin cord. Different way to use the cord. Or if you had the wax cord, we could do that. And
yeah, absolutely.
Like you said,
or the hemp cord. Anything you want, you can plait like this. But as I say, it's just because a couple of ladies on the Facebook page
just wanted a simple
braiding technique. So there you have it.
Couldn't be simpler. Even I've managed that one. All right, they're flying out. Thank you, my darling.
Thank you.
We're going to be talking about resin at 11 o'clock with the lovely Hannah. So please send in your text 60777 if you've got any questions, and the enamel as well.
Yep.
She's got it all set up. We've got molds, we've got the speed heat gun, we've got glitter, we've got pots, we've got fibres. Coming out of our ears. It's amazing. So I'll see you in a minute, my darling.
Okay, thank you.
All righty, so much to tell you about. We've got the Giracell quartz coming up at 12 o'clock. What's that, my darling? Box number 5. I'd love to give you box number 5. I can see where it is. Do you know what? I wish you could see down here. It's so jam-packed with naughty goodness. Oh, I can't see the numbers of the boxes. I've only got 73 of these, so we need to dial now. This was, who was I on with? Her favourite, absolute favourite. Oh, the memory these days. It was before I went to Ireland. Oh, who's I presenting with? Absolute blank. It'll come to me. It was her absolute favourite. It's Debbie. Oh, Fiona, give over yourself. It was her absolute favourite. She loved these. We had them on, and she said afterwards, "Oh, I'm going to get those." Just loved these colours. Now we've got the cord that we just referred to with Hannah there in the bright green, which would look perfect with that green magnesite in the kit, and then that sky blue. And again, I'm thinking something that would draw these 3 strands together would be the Amazonite. Yeah, these are the green shell long medium nuggets, and then you've got the blue shell long nuggets. Then you've got 560 carats of the prehnite, and then 10 meters of the light green satin cord, 10 of the bright blue satin cord. It's called Fresh Breeze. Summer Breeze. That's what it's all about. Yeah, RMG C02. It's fresh. And the shell nuggets, they seem to have well, they don't seem to, they do. They have the pearlescent edge and then the brightness around them. They catch the light and shimmer. You see that at home? Yeah, the shimmer, and then see the difference and the way the nuggets are. You get it on all sorts of sides of the surface. They're just deliciously beautiful. They feel gorgeous. And then a massive, massive nuggety goodness of tremendous apple greens, glowing greens of the prehnite with the flecks of the grass jumping up. That prehnite, and I'm stunned at this. I mean, this is what the ox does. She bulldozes her way in and demands. She may be demure and pretty and petite, but by gum, don't underestimate her. This, she's managed to get for us as little as $9.95. I mean, that is the most... I said it last night. I was saying some ridiculous things last night. You know, I had emeralds for $6.95. I mean, that's the silliest thing I've ever said. And then I've just gone and trumped it with another silly statement. $9.95 for 560 carats. So I'm just pointing out in this bundle alone what a tremendous deal we've got in the prehnite, because you've also got the shell and you've also got the 20 meters together of the actual cord. So it's going to be a win-win. RMG C02, whether we want to make the friendship bracelets or whether we want to introduce these gorgeous gems into our collection. It really is fresh. We should be looking at £20 basically. £19.75 exactamondioso. I'm already limited. Don't forget the prehnite is a mere $9.95 on a normal day. There's nothing normal about that, quite frankly. Here we go. $12.95 for the whole bundle. You just take out the prehnite. That's working out at £3 for the strand. Silly. Just silly. Can you see why Debbie Bulford wanted it? It's a no-brainer, that one, isn't it? Fantastic. $12.95. Oh, that is amazeballs. 20 meters of the satin cord. 3 fabulous strands. And under £13. I mean, it's just fantastic. The bundle is tremendous. And I love the spikiness of, if you like, of these strands, and they flippy flop. They're so smooth. They're not going to dig in you, and the way that they've really got that sort of beachy feel, and a lot of that sort of spiky jewellery, you know, with the cones and it was all very much in, wasn't it, this summer as well. That's beautiful, isn't it? They've just got a real intrinsic beauty in themselves, I find. And what a bargain! What a bargain! Fresh Breeze bundle, RMG. We're lucky to see this again, to be honest, after I introduced it and after Debbie Bulford got her hands on it. $12.95. Box number what? Box number 2. Oh, I can see a bit of glyptography going on here. So dial now. You'll want these straight away. Oh my word, these are so pretty. Now this goes, and with the vintage feel of that kit, you know, the kit that I haven't launched yet, but you know Hannah is working with on her challenge. The coral, the white coral. Look at that white coral. Look at the carved flowers. How I can see those in your hair.
Yeah,
the
along a hair
hairband,
comb or
hair
something.
clips, hair bobs. Always remember you made that lovely button hairband. I
Yes.
was talking about that the other week. Nobody knew what I was talking about, but I remember it.
Oh yeah, I do. That's on my
So
website.
pretty, just your buttons on a hairband.
Yeah,
I
just
thought it was
really
the
simple
cutest
things.
thing.
But something like those would
Oh.
look amazing on that. Or
So
as
pretty.
studs, you could do them as stud earrings. You could
Little
wrap
stud earrings, yeah, the flowers. And the flowers are such a hot seller, aren't they? But they're like little daisies. There's such a dainty, and it doesn't just end there. It doesn't just end there, because we've also got, we rarely see this gem, it's named after the sort of, the texture of the gem itself, which sort of almost has a sort of a snakeskin effect, but these are the carved, polished nuggets, as it were, serpentine nuggets. Again, rarely get gem quality to bring you, so it's not one I get to see very often, but 260 carats, lovely apple greens, very sort of, do you know what? It reminds me of Alexandrite greens. I'd say it's the closest you get to the chrysoberyls, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks very much like chrysoberyl on that
Yeah.
picture.
But it's that sort of snakeskin effect. But then within it, you get these little nuggets there that almost look like Amazonite, turquoisey blues, apple greens, chrysoberyl sort of greens in there as well. Some are opaque, some are translucent. But for me, my eyes, well, I've got the rarity of serpentine anyway, which is a huge feature. And then they're so pretty. Now, just those alone would fly out and sell out at $11.95. Hand faceted, all the glyptography, and they're actually drilled. Can you see through the bottom there, sidewards? So we see the glyptography, the hand cutting of the actual carving into the coral. Would make a beautiful, I mean, I don't know what it is about daisies in their hair. Maybe I'm an old hippie or something, but a beautiful ring as well. Just attach a few to a little hair grip, just have them running along, wire wrapped with a 0.4 round a little hair grip for your little girl. Ah, I'm gonna show you my two monkeys in a bit. Shay hasn't got enough hair to put a hair grip in, but she's got that little bowl patch at the back where she keeps rubbing her head. She looks like I've tried to give her a monk style or something. It's very bizarre. Hopefully it'll grow back. Right, MYGC 86. Don't forget that one strand alone, $11.95. But you're gonna get both. Booyakasha! $9.95. I'm liking it. Come here, Tommy. Give me a bit of that. I can't do it. Booyakasha! Give us a bit of booyakasha, Hannah.
It just kind of looks a bit.
There.
No.
We don't care. We're just enjoying ourselves this morning, quite frankly. $9.95. Who am I trying to kid? I'm not street. I'm not even Avenue. Under £10. That, the coral carved flower strand is $11.95 on our website. You're getting both, and the double nuggety goodness, made up a new word, of the serpentine. You can see the length there. Fabulous. Would go beautifully with the fresh breeze that we just had. I'm actually thinking as well with the sherry trifle golds of the imperial topaz, there is a lovely subtlety and sort of intertwining and fusion, if you like, of colours and shades there. Yeah, but those flowers take your breath away, don't they? Oh, delicious. Under £10, but only if you're getting involved. They're flying out because everybody loves the flowers, the stars, the hearts. They're always, heard Mark talk about it. They're an absolute bestseller because we're just drawn to them, aren't we? We like the pretty carved gems as well. They're unusual. I'm lucky to see them in an individual show. Otherwise, we're talking nuggets and rounds and rondelles, which we love those shapes, but the carved flowers. And individually $11.95 just for one strand. You're getting both for $9.95. So please don't miss out on today's extravaganza. Under £10. The code is MYGC86. Those flowers are delectable. Get them home. 30-day money back guarantee and see the beauty. So pretty. You could just have a few in one of your little macrame bracelets with that vanilla satin cord and the ice cream pinks. Is it time to see your beautiful designs? I think it is. Join me as we take a walk to the Wall of Fame. Welcome back. Now, last night we had a special with Laura binding and the wire work, loads of fabulous wire bundles, and it's well, this is totally inspired by what a professional. It's like Laura made it herself, isn't it?
It's beautiful. Absolutely stunning.
Above. Wow. Such artistry. This is Mrs. Jones. Me and Mrs. Jones. A wire bracelet based on a design by Ahmed Irfan. I hope I've pronounced that right. I wanted to try to recreate his design for two reasons. The first being, I loved it. And the second was that I really wanted to test my skills and see if I really could do it. I'm really pleased with the end result. It is made from Jewellery Maker wire and ribbon jasper from my stash. I hope you like it. Like it? Absolutely.
Amazing.
Love it.
Really beautiful.
I can't believe I just tried to recreate it. It's stunning.
Yeah. Well done. That's really incredible.
Good luck as well for the prize draw, which I'll tell the newbies about at the end of this if you're thinking, what on earth are they doing?
I've got 117 here. Really, really pretty, simple, but absolutely stunning design. It's from Amanda in Dudley, and she said, "Hi, this is my entry for this week's Wall of Fame, made from labradorite and bronze wire from JM and bronze toggles from my stash. Love watching the show and even try to catch you on the web while I'm at work." Laugh out loud.
That's a stalwart.
That's a good one. It's lovely, Amanda. Thank you for sending it in.
I'm liking the matching set there. I do like that. And some incredible, look at the rings.
Oh, I know where this is from.
Oh, you do you?
Rachel Norris.
Well, I thought, there we go. This is Trisha Heppelston in Stockport. And lapis and sodalite necklace, neon blue apatite necklace. Yes, two Rachel Norris inspired rings, and she's had very pleasing comments from people on those. She enjoyed the JM madness, and she promised herself that the change she was going to be a last for a little while, but she continued to spend anyway. And she says, I was lucky enough to be one of the first to order the gold and silver chains on Saturday. But then she missed out. Boo-hoo. She's very sad, so I'm hoping for a win to cheer myself up. Oh, okay. Please get some more. I'll pass this code on to Hannah.
Yep.
Do you know what that chain is?
I know which one that chain is.
What's that?
It is the big reel 10-meter chain reels. So we have got those on constant reorder. Trying to get other supplies as well at the moment.
Trisha,
so.
yeah, well, we're on it.
Yeah,
we're on it. And she says, my life is not complete without the Jewellery Maker. Oh, well, thank you. You are brilliant. And Trisha, we've listened to your request. Good luck for the prize draw, 118.
And I've got 119 here. I really love the design of this. It's just really organic and really highlights the interest within the golden rutile quartz, the centre.
Yes.
This is from Roz, and she says, "Hi all at JM, this is my entry for this week's Wall of Fame. I was watching Mark gush over the strand of rutilated quartz on tonight's, in brackets, Thursday late show, and thought he might like this Wall of Fame entry. A beautiful golden rutile quartz on a choker for a man." I think it's stunning, and I'm sure Mark will be very, very enthused over this piece.
I can see the Girl the Girasol quartz, lends itself to a design like that as well, that we got coming up at 12 o'clock. And this is Hazel Ramsey, and the birthday girl will be receiving it on Saturday. I wouldn't spill it. Oh, today's the birthday then. She loves purple, and the amethyst is her birthstone. Hazel in Durham. Well, happy birthday to the birthday girl. What a fabulous design to make for someone's birthday. That is gorgeous, Hazel, and good luck for the prize draw, your number 120. So every week we have a prize draw every Wednesday, and all we ask you to do is simply send in your entries. We attach a raffle ticket, as it were. Some are shown on the show. We don't choose which ones. You're all entered as long as it's in before midday on the Tuesdays, or 1 o'clock on the Tuesday, the day before. And if not, it goes into the following week prize draw. You could win £100 worth of credits to spend with us here at Jewellery Maker, or as a runner-up, £50 worth of credits. So it's worth just sending in your entries and to maybe win. It just gets plucked from a hat. What we're going to do right now is show you how to get involved if you're new to Jewellery Maker. But don't forget, about 45 minutes before we do the enamel, I'm wearing another one of the butterfly rings. I just can't help myself. We're going to be doing the resin, the enamel. Text into 60777. Start your Message James studio for the Q&A sessions. So if you've got any burning questions you want to ask Hannah while she's with us, then around 45 minutes we'll collate all those questions and fire them at Hannah. And don't forget that fabulous, I mean, just look at the quality of that labradorite. This is the best you're going to get. It really is. Our labradorite has just shot up in the quality that we've been able to bring you, as far as I'm concerned, because you can really see the flash, the iridescence there. It's just such strong colour play, isn't there? Labradorescence. Would you like to see two monkeys before we have the break? A naughty little pixie and her brother sitting on my granny's chair in Ireland. My granny's passed away now, but I went to see my Uncle Brendan. And there she is, 7 months old. Jed is 4. He starts school in September. They're my naughty little pixies, the two of them.
They are beautiful.
I know, I'm biased, but they are
gorgeous.
Alrighty, let's show how new buyers can get involved and then bring you more goodies.
There are 2 easy ways to purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview or FreeSat and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click the sign up button. Once you have filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking the On Air Now button on the front page. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, you simply click on the Buy Now button and the item will be added to your basket. Don't forget that you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker.
If for any reason you're not satisfied, you have the benefit of our no-quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
We all know you need the right tools for the job, so here at Jewellery Maker we have designed a kit to make sure you have all the essentials to join in with the fun. With round nose, flat nose and wire cutter pliers, as well as a reamer, tweezers and a bead scoop, you've got everything you need in one place for just $9.95. We provide the tools, you provide the skills.
When you place your first order with us, you will receive a free booklet and DVD full of handy hints, tips and tutorials to help you get started with your new Jewellery Maker hobby.
If you have a question or query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2. Or alternatively, you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
Now, brand new today, coming up at 12 o'clock, we've got the Girasol quartz. It seems to almost have an opal rainbow play of colour within it. Can you see that there? Oh, I've got my recording because whenever I hold it, there we go. Can you see? Oh, I've found it straight away now. Yeah, it's typical, isn't it? You see, it's almost like it's named after a property within the gem whereby the golds and the yellows follow the sun, and I can only describe it like a play of colour in opal. I think that's the best way, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So a very unusual quartz, amazing. It's almost like a bit of rainbow moonstone within it. It's very unusual. So that's coming up at 12 o'clock. And don't forget, in a moment, I'm going to launch that stunning labradorite that you just saw. Yeah, because I've got a little teaser for you. So my little labradorescence section. Now they're faceted rounds, but let's bring you some more labradorite right now. 3 strands. I actually thought one was lavakite, which kind of is a black labradorite, simply because it was the black. Just look at these. Low in stock straight away. EEGC 58, so you know the code. So 3 strands now. It's not very exciting when I just hold it like that, so let's get some labradorescence for you. These are 270 carats of your 10mm labradorites. 270 carats of the 10mm labradorite, and you get loads of labradorescence there. Can you see that at home? It's more dynamic, it's more billowing in moonstone. Labradorescence is like a flash photography. It's very sharp, it's very quick, it's very fleeting. That's why they call it a Brazilian butterfly wing, the firestone. It's very like flash photography, very immediate. So they are the 10mm. Then you've also got the 8mm. Loads of labradorescence again. It's a case of just playing with it. Some are gold, some are green, some are blue. You've got it all there on this one strand. See, that one can be gold flash and a green flash, and then I've got one here just showing you a purple flash. There's loads of flashing going on. Loads of flashing. See, that one there is a cobalt blue flash. Can we see that one? Yeah? Yeah, all the different colours there. So that's your 8mm strand there. Beautiful, isn't it? And then, this is why I thought it was like the lava kite, which it's all called the labradorescence, because this looks like your grey storm cloud, and within it you get like what looks like the lightning flashes behind. So that labradorescence, this one is called the black labradorite, or lava kite's another name. Yeah, so they're 6mm. So 3 strands of this fabulous gemstone. Don't forget, I've got my faceted ones coming up in a moment. It's very popular. 3 great quality and a great starter, an introduction to the labradorite, because of course you've got the three sizes, haven't you? The 6, the 8, the 10, beady beads, or just have a lovely sort of movement and fluctuation in the graduation of sizes, swapping them around. Straight down, low in stock, $11.95. Less than 30 left now. Less than 30 left. That's worth less than £4 a shot, isn't it? £4 a strand. I'm just trying to show you as much labradorescence as possible because there's loads in these strands. Absolutely loads. And labradorites, I know, is an absolute favourite here. This is a great introduction to this beautiful gem. Because you've got all, I mean, just look at it. Yeah, you've got it on all 3 strands there. Tremendous, isn't it? Really see it. I'm just moving them around, not to make you dizzy, but just so you can see how much there is within the strand. It's not me just picking out one gemstone, which is the best. It's all on there throughout. And the key thing is, as they move in the lights, they move on the body, you see that magic happening. Just beautiful. Look at it, there's loads going on there. Orbs of light, like little dancing Tinkerbells have taken up residence within the gem, and they're just fluttering their wings and giving you a little sparkle. Quality's tremendous, isn't it? Because obviously, unless it's great quality like this, you don't get that labradorescence. These are like little fibrous inclusions that stand up, and if it's cut correctly, that's when you see that wonderful flash. And the little micro inclusions give you that further optical property of labradorescence as well. Beautiful. Beautiful. Low in stock though. Oh gosh, less than 20 now. $11.95 for all 3. But if you love your labradorite, got a great offer coming up. Reminds me of the ring. Got a great offer coming up. All right, let's bring you the new strand. Now I shouldn't have worn that one. It's still a little bit wet and I'm mucking it all up. Made my finger go a bit black there. That's all right. It's because you did say that to me at the beginning. They need to dry out a bit further, Fiona. I'll just pick another one to wear. Let's go for the golden one. Right, let's introduce the labradorite. Because you're going to love this as well. Did you say that, darling? 180 of these. So I've got good availability and cracking quality. 55 carats, 180 or so of these. Every single one is an absolute doozy. We had Laura's tassel sort of pendant last night. You could do the wraparound rings because you could pick some of the much bigger ones and highlight that fabulous labradorescence. You need to be on the lines early because although 180 sounds like a lot, it really isn't, given the amount of people watching. Because a lot of people start with Jewellery Maker in the morning, pop off out, then come back and tune in again later, but they open up their baskets and they know you have to be on the line straight away from our gems of distinction. So the quality is in what we've sourced. You can clearly see the labradorescence. You can clearly see the tiny micro inclusions giving you that adventurescence, that glitterati effect, that sparkle effect within the gems. You see that at home? The faceting is all done by hand. It's all perfectly bringing out the natural beauty, top top quality. This is what you see in our gemstone jewellery on our sister channel Gems and on rocks. You know, it's just all the way across the surface. The firestone, as the Native Americans call it. Cobalt blues, apple golds. You've got to be dialing though, otherwise you're going to miss out, because people are on the line buying 2s and 3s of these. They are flying out, so please don't miss out. And remember to check out on your basket as well. People know it's good. Oh, Hannah, what would you create with this fantastic, distinctive gemstone strand?
I'd want to create a piece of jewellery that was really movement heavy, so chandelier earrings or big tassel necklaces, to really optimise on the optical properties of this piece. Because I love labradorite, I love the shiller to it, and it's the sort of piece, if you're wearing it, people stop and ask you.
They do,
about
don't
it.
they? Because the glints, that light, that flash catches your eye,
It really
doesn't it?
does, and it's a great talking piece, gemstone. You can go into detail with your customers if you do sell at craft fairs, and it's something you can't do with glass or plastics. It's really unusual to have this in a gemstone.
It's a natural effect, and it's been brought out beautifully by our distinctive cuts there, and the quality. It's a natural effect that nature brings you. It's a wonderful miracle of nature. I mean, to see blues, cobalt blue, and then greens, and then the next, you know, gold, and then silvery dove greys. All of those colours under our light. Imagine what it's going to be like under the natural light. And it's in every single gemstone. That's what's so distinctive about the quality of what I'm bringing you here. It's in every single gemstone, and if you don't see it tenfold, like I can see here in the studio, send it back. I just move it so you can see as much as possible. You've got your 30-day money-back guarantee, but I guarantee if you sell your jewellery, they'll have them flocking to ask. And if you want to make a feature of them, as Hannah quite rightly said, you know, movement pieces, so that you're playing on the fact that you see that shiller, so that they move in the light, so that we accentuate that natural beauty. Don't hide it, amplify it. It is amplified 100-fold. I mean, this is top quality. I couldn't show you, this is textbook quality. I couldn't show you better for bringing out the optical properties of this beautiful feldspar gemstone. It's textbook quality. Hope you're there. Good luck, everybody. There isn't enough to go round. If you're on the line buying 2 or 3, well done to you for being so astute. Get at least 2, because when you get it home, you'll be heartbroken to find out all the stock's gone and you should have got 2. When you want to make a necklace to match those earrings, or when your best friend says, oh, can you make me one, because you know it's going to happen. $7.95. It's the ox, it's her bulldozing in, it's her buying power. That's all I'm going to say. She knows quality when she sees it. She knows what she likes, and she likes what she knows, and she demands that she has the best for you. $7.95. 55 carats of absolute gemological textbooks excellence. Even I don't know how we went that low. What was that, Kimmy Kim? How many pairs of earrings can I make? Oh, it pairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, at least 18 pairs. There must be 36 individual gems there. Even if I sold them 18 pairs, even if I sold £1 a pair of earrings, I've doubled my money already, and then some. But I wouldn't sell them for £1. I'm not that cheap. £1.50. Well, you've got to count. Well, am I using my silver findings? You know, people wouldn't believe you. Sometimes we believe in the quality when it's a higher price. It's an odd thing, isn't it? We think we're getting better value, or it's of a more austere quality if it's a higher price, isn't it? It's an odd mentality.
It's very strange, but you can counteract that and say maybe do 3 earrings for £10 or something, and you can mix and match them with your customers. But it's, you're quite right.
Forget the earrings, they'll want the necklace or the ring, you know, they'll want to match up.
Exactly.
You can tell them how they do it. You know, Jewellery Maker, you've made your sources, you know, spread the news. ABRU 54. We're not counteracting the quality. You can see that 100-fold in those gemstones, but we are, with our buying power worldwide, able to bring you this quality for $7.95. The faceting, you know, unless you unlock that beauty, unless it is the correct cut, you know, you won't see that iridescence, you won't see that shiller. It won't be, you know, pronounced. It'll be lost to the eye. So the cut is all important, as is the gemstone quality. Just stunning. Okay, well done everybody. Don't forget to check out your baskets. You're still rolling over the 1p&p for the day though, and we've got about half an hour as well. I know you're still on the line there. We're not ignoring you. Ring the free phone number. The customer service centre are ready to answer your call, and you roll over the 1p&p. Just check out on your baskets, but you're still rolling over the one postage and packaging price. We've got about half an hour now. Keep sending your texts as well if it's resin based or enamel based. I know there's about 10 callers there waiting to be answered, but it is free phone number on our local landline there. So, you know, we're not charging you the earth just to make the phone call. You know, we want to make it accessible and easy to get in touch with us. And, you know, buy two while you're at it, because one is not going to be enough. Trust me on this. Box number 6, if I can see past the goodies. Oh, ribbony goodness. Let's do it. Oh, I love these shades. Double goodness. It would go so beautifully with that first kit, because you know that salmon pink, the vintage feel. What was the kit called? Pretty flowers in the garden. Oh, pretty picture. So it's double the amount. That's what you're seeing here. Ice mint blue, apple green, sunflower gold. I love this. Do you remember the pearls last night? We had a 12 strand. There was the minky frosted pearls. Oh my word, I loved them. Oh, they were divine. That's minky frosted satin. And then a sort of a rose hip pink. Aquamarine blue. I mean, that is the colour of the nuggets we had earlier on in the launch this morning, my early bird. That is your paparazzi colour, isn't it? That salmon pinky orange. Oh, dusty gold. And then it's a real rich, it's not a bronze, it's a pinky, a rose gold bronze. So, and lovely ice white to go with your ice quartz. Just, you know, little ribbons in between, ribbon ends. Ribbon, you know, I've seen designs that, you know, the gems are threaded through the beading thread and then just ribbon in and out. You can do your macrame, you can do your friendship bracelets with the ribbon. You can wrap them around your little girl's hair. If you've got a naughty pixie like I've got, Shay, make a little ribbon for her hair. Make ribbons with those, that white carved coral around the hair bobby pin. Have a little ribbon and chain hanging down as well. Wrap your presents in the ribbon. Endless. So this is double trouble, 200 meters. So 100 meters in the one pack. Each one is 10 meters. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the cord is cut up into, I was told this the other day. They're not 1 meter strands. I think they're 2 lots of 5 meters, are they, Hannah?
I think so, yeah.
I think it's 2 lots of 5 meters. I think I found 4 ends. Yes, I can see 1, 2, 3 ends there, so there's 4 ends. I think they're cut into 2 lots of 5 meters, so you can cut your own length that you want. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, because I found 4 ends, so 2 lots of 5 meters, so 10 meters in each bag, 100 meters in a bundle. You're getting 2 lots of bundles, 200 meters. And I like that, the fact that they're not all cut into 1 meter strands, because sometimes you want a bit longer, sometimes you want a bit shorter, you're not wasting it. Ordinarily, just for one pack, $6.95. I've used so many of these on you know, wrapping presents as well. Not just the Jewellery Maker, but just wrapping a little bit of a finishing touch, a little bow.
Nice to give them a little bit of a hint of what might be in the present.
Oh,
so you can wrap the present in the ribbon,
with a little bit of...
and then they open it to find a macrame piece in the same colour as the ribbon that you wrapped it in.
I like that. Do you remember those earrings you did earlier, those 3 packs? I'd get a little bit of that coral ribbon. Just if you wanted to be very girly, just tie a little bow at the top of that little chain.
That'd be really cute.
Oh, so cute. I mean, you'll have loads of ideas, but we're going to give you a massive saving. So £7 normally. When our ribbon is in, and I love these new colours as well, it's gone basically. The amount of text we get when you're getting the ribbon in again. So please don't delay, because you're going to get buy one, you get one free. You need to be on the phone lines early. I'm sorry, buy one, get one for a half. I'm just inventing prices in my head now. $7.95. Well, less than a half, Kimmy. If it's $6.95, get one for £1, she says. I'm going, Mutt and Jeff, get one for £1, she says. $6.95, and then $6.95, and then this one, another 100 meters for £1. Show me where you get 100 meters of ribbon for £1. You don't. You can't even get the paper. The paper ribbon's sometimes more expensive, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
You know, your gift ribbon. Good goodness gracious me, the phone lines have lit up, but stay with me, because you know and I know, sometimes if you have a blouse as well, sometimes you want to accentuate around the waist, sometimes you want to make a little brooch, and you know, you've got all the ribbon colours, and I love these colours. I've not seen these colours before. The pastels there, the sunflower gold is delicious. There's all sorts of uses with the ribbon, isn't there, Hannah? I mean, it's never ending. They go on forever.
Yeah, you've got kumihimo, which is really, really popular
course.
braiding technique. And of course, we've got soutache launch at the end of the month. So
What's soutache?
soutache is like a braiding embroidery technique where you wrap cord around gemstones, and it's very
oh my goodness, I have to tune
exquisite.
into that.
So get your ribbons stacked up ready for that.
I didn't know that's breaking news to me.
Breaking
Soutache.
news, soutache.
At the end of the month.
Yes.
Ribbon around the gemstones.
Yeah, it's really amazing.
Ways.
Yeah, really amazing.
Who's launching that? Who's the guest designer? Do you know?
Jenny Argyle. She's one of our new designers.
Oh, how exciting! So we need our ribbon, basically.
We do. Stock up
right,
now.
You've got to get because come then.
Yep, you'll
there'll be
need
none
it.
left. You know what's going to happen? Obviously, we'll try to because if it's ribbon involved. But you could be doing it at home, hands on, while we're demonstrating live on the show.
It's the sort of piece, the ribbons and things like this you can add as neckline pieces, and then you buy the soutache cord as your main feature, like a bib at the front.
Yeah. Oh, I'm liking this. So get on that phone line. Lots of you already there. We are you're getting one bundle for £6.95 and the other for £1, basically. JDG C41. So pretty, just little accents, all sorts of uses. You'll know the uses. You don't need me to tell you, but I know what way I've used it at home, and I've still got loads left. I love these vintage colours as well. Different colours. I mean, these are so pretty. Look, they're so subtle. Between that rose pinky bronze, rose hip, and then that minky colour. You know I really like those. I keep going on about those mink pearls last night. If you got that pearl bundle, 12 strands, please get these ribbons, because that is the perfect match. It just, woof. And then, you know, the greens there, and the blues, look at that. And then you pop in a bit of Amazonite. Hello? Where are we going? All over the joint. And then we've got our imperial topaz. So let's get a bit of sunflower gold and sherry gold there, and mix it in with our natural, most valuable imperial topaz there. It's just gorgeous. Ice white. I'm going to give it the Jan McNulty treatment here. She loves her white quartz. Laura will be onto this. I know she's got the Canadian relatives with her, but Laura, don't miss out. You thought those ones last night were gorgeous. You haven't seen anything yet. Oh, beautiful. And the blues with the labradorite we just had. They'll bring out the blue and the gold. All the flashes of iridescence there, the shiller that you've got, and green. Oh, you'll never stop. Whatever you do, just get dining so you don't miss out. Don't miss out. £1 for 100 metres. Have a bit of that. Sorry, flashing me mic. What's that? We're going to give the ribbon. Yes, they would, Kim. Sorry. The poor girl's trying to tell me the ribbons would look really nice with the strands we've got coming up in the kit. They would, my darling, they would. There you go, sweetie. Righty-ho. Is it kit time? Keep your resin questions coming in and your enamel questions, because we're launching at 11 o'clock. You've been liking my butterflies. Let me show you another ring. Have a look at those two. Hello. Oh, yes, please. Yes, that's the fun and the frolics we can expect. Alrighty. Now, this is exquisite. This is quality, rich amethyst, pretty shapes. Love pearls, love purple. Alrighty. We have got, look at this. I'm going to start with the finest there. This amethyst. The brilliance, the inner refractivity, that's the way light bends within a gem, and you measure the refractive angle at which the light bends and comes out to the eye. That's how you can identify gemstones, but it's also a way of determining the amount of sometimes the fire and the brilliance and the light that emanates from within a gem. And you can really see, because the light tone in this amethyst is not too dark, a little bit lighter in certain gems, we're getting loads of inner brilliance, because it's not a strand that suffers from light extinction. You've got loads of inner brilliance coming out to the eye there, and pretty lavenders and purples and violets. Now that is a 65 carat irregular ovals, 30 centimetre strand of amethyst. A lot of our amethyst we source from Zambia and Brazil. Now these pearls are just divine. They are, to my eye, absolutely spherically, perfectly round. White shell, pearls, and pretty 3mm. I mean, so demure, so pretty, just divine in themselves. And with amethyst, I mean, it's a royal mix of fabulous, fabulous, divine beauty. Then, added to that, because we love our hearts, we have got 95 carats of hematite in the heart cuts. Look at those. 95 carats. Perfect hearts. Absolutely perfect. You can really see the shape of the cut because the metallic luster is so strong and vivid. And then, doesn't stop there, I've got another shape to play with. My bicones in my fluorite. Oh yeah. My fluorite bicones. Tremendous. There we go. And you can see the transition. This is what, you know, Kim was desperately trying to tell me how pretty those ribbons would look because she's thinking of those mint greens in there with the fluorite. Look at the bicone shining a light like a lantern of light, and then the vivid rich purples in there as well. You get such a wonderful array of colour in that fluorite, and it ties in so beautifully with the purples of your amethyst, but brings something else to the party with the ice mint blues. So tremendous set of gems, very different shapes, very original different gems with their optical properties and different cuts. Absolutely stunning. So it doesn't stop there because we have wire in the kit as well. Oh yes, a rich amethyst purple, a rich plum purple. This is 0.25mm wire and you get 10 meters. We've also got our 50 meters of beading thread, our 6 meters of clear elastic, and our 80 meters of monofilament. So 10 meters of your purple coated, silver plated copper wire. Then our findings. Now this is the important. This is a bit special. I accidentally was warbling on about silver chain earlier. This is the one. You have got silver, sterling. For me, this chain, I would pay the price for the chain. You've seen bracelets cost more than this in sterling silver. 8-inch sterling silver heart chain right at the top there, tying in stunningly with those hearts of the hematite. You could just do a heart-themed charm bracelet, but it doesn't stop there. You've got 10 sterling silver open eye pins. 15 sterling silver head pins, 4 centimetre with a 2mm ball on the top. You've got a silver toggle clasp with an 11mm loop. You've got 10 sterling silver 2mm crimp beads, then another 10 silver crimp covers, then 2 pairs of sterling silver shepherd hook earrings, and then 3 5mm sterling silver already cut open jump rings, plus a silver lobster claw clasp with a 5mm closed jump ring. All of that 925 sterling silver, already proving limited because you know our sterling silver findings is $12.95. Does that include the heart chain? Wow, I can't believe how low that price is. I mean, I look at silver brace. I mean, I was only at the airport there the other day going over to the Emerald Isle. There was a lovely silver necklace and silver plate was more £25, 25 euros. A little silver chain, silver plate, £25. This, you know, collectively, that's 5 grams of sterling silver. And you've got an 8-inch heart chain there that you can make into your jewellery. 2 pairs of sterling silver earrings, the toggle silver clasp to finish the bracelet. I don't know why I'm obsessed with the bracelet, but I just am at the moment. Our heart shape, I've got those little hematite hearts, little pearl drops, amethyst drops. I mean, you're going to make more than that, obviously. The lobster claw, the necklace. I mean, we can split up that chain as well, divide that into the necklace with the pearls, the hearts, the bicones. The possibilities are endless. It goes on and on. So if you bought the kit individually, because of the quality of the gemstones and that sterling 925 sterling silver, you'd be looking at £40, £41, £43, being conservative there. Individually on our own website, all those individual pieces add up to an incredible £43, 65 pence. Now we're giving you savings in the individual components on the website. Of course we are. But bundled together in a kit, the savings are even greater. So this is why we need to be on the phone line. New Jewellery Makers, free DVD, free booklet. If you're crafty, if you've never thought about making jewellery, believe you me, this is where you start. Start with Jewellery Maker, or a one-stop shop. Everything you need under one umbrella. We'll give you that absolutely free tutorial on there, easy at your own pace, pictures and you know, if you prefer the written word, website tutorials on our own website. Come and visit us. You know how to get involved, 7 different ways on, you know, emails and tutorials and. Oh, well, we always play out, you know, individual ways to visit us and watch our shows and Facebook and Twitter and blog sites and, you know, it's just the simple things. Tools of the trade, you know, on our website, $9.95, the simple tools. It's already limited. I think we better launch the price. Forget £43, 65 pence. £27.95. So a £16 saving. Yeah. Literally a £16 saving, or give or take £15, 70p, £15. Yeah. So take away the findings for £13, you get everything else for £15. You know, the wire, the monofilament, the elastic, the beading thread, the 4 incredible strands. The 4 incredible strands. Massive saving. Massive. So we were talking £43. Something pence there, so a good £16 saving. So we'll go and see Hannah. We're going to look at the design. She's going to show us the technique. Please don't miss out because it's flying out. And I'm thinking of that white quartz. Oh, and the other gems we could introduce into this. Stunning, absolutely stunning. Come with me. Let's go see our expert. Let's have some gin on the way. Don't forget, I'll be with this lady at 2 o'clock as well to give you a masterclass on the perspex as well.
Yes.
Very excited about that.
Back again at 2.
Yes, so you can actually, we'll be from start to finish creating, won't we?
Exactly right. Only because launch last week didn't record, so we're back again.
And then in a live show, you know, sometimes there isn't enough time to repeat it, so
yeah.
We'll do a masterclass at 2 o'clock today. Okay, talk me through your designs, my darling.
Well, I just wanted to stay really, really, really simple with these designs. Quite often I'm one of the ones who does crazy, ridiculous catwalk pieces that can't be worn, so I wanted to bring it back and do something really, really simplistic that are everyday pieces. Anyone can bead and strand onto a chain like this and create just really simple techniques.
I see a bit of coiling going on there. We launched the coiling gizmo again last night.
Yeah, that's a little one of the skinny gizmos on there.
0.25 wire. Just goes to show you how effective it is.
It's just really, really, really simple, and you know, nothing too taxing. Interestingly, beginners are often quite scared about using sterling silver because it's quite intimidating, but actually if you're a beginner, it's much easier to start on sterling silver. Sterling silver is much more forgiving and much more malleable as well, so really easy to work.
Now they are so pretty, that the light of the fluorite there, and you've done a bit of coiling there as well. I was thinking, what's the tube? And then I realised again.
Yep, a little piece of coil through it, and then again the same technique in the bracelet to make just a suite of jewellery.
Yes. I love that necklace as well because you went through all the tones there and picked out the rich tones of the purples. Very pretty indeed. And then we've moved over, you sort of divided into two.
Yeah.
With our pearl and our hematite. Now this is fabulous because it really shows the feature of the shapes.
Yeah, the shapes, and I just felt the hematite hearts worked so perfectly with the silver heart chain. They had to go together.
Beautiful. So this is where you've cut the chain, and again, just goes to show you when you cut it up, created all those 5 different lengths. And I like the way they top and tailed them.
Yes, they look like little bows.
Yeah. And again, because the sterling silver toggle is such a fabulous finishing touch, it's such a professional look.
It is, it really is.
And of course, we couldn't have the necklace without the earrings to match. These are just delectable. They're so dainty and simple. Again, this chain goes a long way, 8 inches of chain, cut up 7 times in Hannah's 2 designs there.
There you go.
So, and threaded through, a few pearls. So pretty, so glamorous for the evening.
It is really
Is
nice.
that what you're going to show us?
That's
The
what we're going to
earrings?
show you. Yeah, we're going to show you how to cut the chain. It sounds simple, but there is a way of doing it.
Involved, yes.
And then of course a wrap loop for your earrings as well. So I've got the pieces ready, and we've just popped them on. Sterling silver head pin there. Take our round nose pliers, meet them at the top of the pearls, and bend the head pin away from you at 90 degrees over the top of your round nose pliers. Remove your pliers, move your wrist round so that they're sitting on top of the angle you've just created, and just bring that tail of the head pin around. And you see I'm just twisting that around to form a loop with a kick, if you like. At this stage, I'm going to grab my chain, I'm going to loop that onto whilst that loop is still open. Put my round nose pliers back in, grab the tail and simply twist. Now, you can take your time over this at home. To make a really nice wrapped loop, you want to keep the wrapping as close to the last wrap that you have created as possible. So just twisting that through, right down to the pearl. You see I can't twist anymore. I'm going to grab my snips, snip those down as close as I can get.
I'm closing my eyes.
Yeah, I forgot my
It
glasses.
flies off in my direction.
There we go. And you see you're just left with a little bit of excess there. Now obviously if you're wearing these in jewellery, you don't want any excess, you don't want any pieces that could snag or cut. So we're just going to pinch that round using our flat nose pliers. Just pinch that round and continue the twist on that, and that just tucks that neatly away. So now we've got the rest of the chain.
It's so beautiful, that chain is just
It's
divine.
so pretty, isn't it? Now I've chosen to use 3 links in the design because the eye likes an odd number. If you're using odd numbers, the eye can find a central point and it gives much more balance to your designs. To cut the chain, I'm going to select an area where I know I can use the chain again. So I'm going to count my 3, and then right in the dip of the heart, just there.
Right in the cleft.
Right, that's it. We're going to snip. Just one neat snip. And you don't want to pull it. You want to be neat with this because you can always reuse this. Open it like you would do a jump ring. Remove the earring that you've created, and you're left with, and get the other side off, a little open heart. Now in a couple of weeks you'll be seeing a resin special where we will be using all these offcuts. So this is, I know I go on about it all the time, keep all your offcuts, don't lose them, put them to one side, keep
Have a
them.
jam jar like Debbie.
They're in like Debbie, there is a reason, and we can demo that technique in a couple of weeks on a masterclass for you. So we've got to the end there, we've made the drop to the earring. All we've got to do is attach our shepherd hook. So we grab the finding, using our flat nose pliers, open the little loop towards or away from you. You don't want to open it like this because that will create metal fatigue and end up breaking your earring. Slip the chain onto the loop and again close it in the same fashion, making sure that meets neatly. And there you have.
Voila. Simple, done in minutes.
There you go.
And so effective.
Very nice drop
Beautiful.
earring.
That chain, I mean, it really has gone such a long way. 7 times you've cut it, and like you said, saved the little bits. Because we will be doing the resin at 11 o'clock, and I know we're talking about the masterclass later on, but you'll understand when we show you how that can
How the
then be
offcuts
introduced
work.
into your designs. Beautiful. It's already limited stock. We can see why, because there's so much value built in by Jewellery Maker standards. The saving, you know, you're talking about £16, and I'm comparing with our own prices. Heaven forbid what the prices would be elsewhere if you're buying those gemstones elsewhere. But don't forget our buying power and the way in which we like to do it here at Jewellery Maker. We will bring you the savings. So let's get involved. Let's get jewellery making and create our own gorgeous designs. We'll be looking at more of yours later on. So about another 20 minutes. If you've got more questions for Hannah, we're collating them for the launch. I'm going to launch that Imperial Topaz.
Oh, lovely.
I rarely ever see it on our sister channel, Gems or Rocks. Why? Because it's so rare, from the Ouro Preto mine of the Minas Gerais region of Brazil. The only known mine right now that's in production for the Imperial Topaz. It's the most expensive, the most highly valuable of your topaz, because topaz in itself, in its natural form, is all white and then treated, and the atoms all clang together, and then you get your blue, and then you get your pinks, and then sometimes you use the diffusion to get your kiwi topaz. But Imperial Topaz is natural with its sherry pinks and its golds, and it's just stunning. And these are big frosted nuggets. This is a real real. For, you know, those of you who really like your highbrow gemstones, your very distinctive, rare gemstones, this is the strand for you. It's a massive, 100, I don't think I've ever held such a massive carat weight of imperial topaz. 120 carats. I daren't ask the ox how she got this lot, but I'll ask her after off air, because there could be some expletives in the language. But this is lovely yellow oranges to sherry pinks, sort of salmon pinks. We're going for the frosting here, so we really imbue it with that natural colour. They look like vanilla golds in there. The dawning, can you see that? It's like the dawning of the morning sky, or the golden glow of late afternoon. You know, it's very flattering to the skin tone. It will really glow and enhance the colour in your wardrobe and in your jewellery. And you know, it's taken from the Ouro Preto region of the Capão mine in Brazil. It's an incredible gemstone. In fact, this is the only place on the planet we know where this incredible gemstone can be mined. The very rough material is very difficult, you know, because of the water table in the mine itself just rises and it gets floods very often, constant water seeping through. And you know, given the scarcity of the gemstone, you can see it because this is evident in the size of the mine. There's only 3 miners there digging at any one time, showing you how difficult it is to actually source this gemstone. And you know, and after 2.5 hours, you know, you may see one tiny bit of rough come out of the ground. So, you know, you're in a region, the Ouro Preto region, translated from the Portuguese meaning black gold, in the mountains there, in the gem-rich state of the Minas Gerais region, to bring you this imperial topaz. And there's only a few mines known for this wonderful, rare gemstone. It's absolutely incredible, highly sought after, the most sought after in the topaz. The rarity, you know, in this golden gemstone is incredible. And the crystals themselves are quite long, so it's great to have these big nuggets, not mass produced in jewellery. It's considered, you know, one of the highest accolades to acquire in your jewellery making, and I'm amazed that we can launch this distinctive gemstone to you today. So, I mean, I've just given you a really quick background, but you know, this is your selling point in your jewellery. Should you want to find out more as well. And I'll certainly tell you about it on my Facebook page if you want to get in touch. It's a key feature, you know, this is what you've really got to drive home. Please don't miss out. I've never held 130 carats. I've never seen it this year on our Gems TV. Last year, I mean, I've probably seen maybe a smattering of tiny pieces. I know Matt himself, Matt Bennett, travelled over to the Minas Gerais region and wrote a bit about it in our Gems web blog, and wrote a bit about it in our magazine that we send out. You know, you might not know because you've been a jewellery maker, but it was accentuating the fact that after days he still hadn't seen anything come out the ground. So this is tremendous. And I think, you know, matching up with the white quartzes, what did you match it up with, Hannah?
I just want to put rose gold findings with it.
Rose gold findings.
It's got to be
simple.
Yeah, keep it really simple. Those crimps from earlier would just look amazing with this. Or if I want to add just a little bit of texture, I'd go for maybe crackled quartz, keeping it really simple, because I want to emphasise, like you say, this is an incredible strand.
It is.
That we just don't see it, and I can't get hold of at all.
No, I know, and you're the ox. You're the ox, Hannah the ox. Well, the reason, it's not even about Hannah's negotiating skills, it's the physicality of the physicality of it not coming out of the ground, of it not being readily available. This is why you don't see it very often on the gem market, because there isn't the amount, the gem carat weight, to physically bring to the marketplace to sell. And this is what adds the allure, the rarity, the prestige of owning imperial topaz in your private collection. I think it would be in Marky Mark's treasure box, wouldn't it?
Oh, Marky Mark, yeah.
To just look at the beauty.
Yeah.
It'd be hard pushed to make something out of it. You'd just be looking and treasuring that beauty. We are going to give you a tremendous offer today. I'm grabbing the gin. Are we going under 30, Kimmy? We're not going under 20, are we? Do I need a straw? Do I need to just dive in? I need to zip the mouth in case something naughty comes out, because children watch this show as well. You are getting a smack bottom, missus! Where's the ruler? Stand up! What are you doing? Stand up! She needs a smack bottom! That's outrageous! outrageous. You can't do. You can't do imperial. You just can't do it for $6.95, Hannah.
Do that.
That is just madness. Oh my word! I think my head is going to explode. I think my head. Oh, just drink, Fiona. Just drink through it. It'll be okay. Oh my word! Get the electric paddles out. I need resuscitation. $6.95. That belittles. That belittles. You know, $69.95 would not be enough for this imperial topaz, for this beauty. I appreciate, you know, it's the frosted. We see some tiny inclusions in there, but you know, it's all part of the charm. The fact of the matter is, this is imperial topaz for $6.95. It is not the value or the worth by any means. I'm not over exaggerating. You know what a factoid I'm about and how much I love my gems like Hannah. You know, we bore each other with our facts about gems because we love them so much. That is astounding. MORU12. If you buy one thing today, make sure it's the imperial topaz. You know, make sure that beauty is coming to you. It's the frosted, the vanillas, the sherry pinks, the golds. 100 have gone. People are buying 2s and 3s. Isn't it wonder? I don't know if I'll ever see the likes again at that price. I'm amazed we even had 100. I'm amazed there was even that much came out of the ground, because it could be another 100 years before we see it again, quite frankly. But the difference is you've got it. You were there at that moment when Jewellery Maker had it on the show for $6.95. That's, again, I thought I'd said the silliest thing yesterday, emeralds specifically. I've just trumped myself. I've said something even sillier today. I don't know if I'll ever recover. I've got a whole day to do today. It's the Fee Marathon. We've got a masterclass. We've got the night to do. Right, okay, I need to calm down while you're being answered. Well done to you. We're going to go to the Wall of Fame. I'll calm down, look at some designs. Hannah will bring me back down to earth. I'll take a slug of gin as I go. Stay on the line and don't miss out. I'm calm. I'm calm. We're calm.
I'm calming down after that one.
Okay, we've been admiring. It looks like wood, doesn't it?
Yeah,
This is,
it's
we're
lovely.
talking about the braiding early and keeping it really simple. This is fantastic. This is number 121, and it's from June in Carlisle. And she says, my mum got some wax cord in a kit, so I finally got round to trying the flat Kumihimo. I can't pronounce it. Kumihimo braid. Once you get the hang of it, it's quite easy. Yeah, absolutely. You just need to practice finishing it off. That's June in Carlisle. Well, that is fantastic.
Lovely colours to it.
Yeah, there is. Gorgeous. Well done. Good luck, June. Number 121.
I have 122, and me and Fee were just really enthusing over this in the break. It says, hi all, this butterfly is made with wire, crackcord and clear quartz, all from JM. I was asked to make it for the lady who impersonates Amy Winehouse. Oh, okay. As the Amy Winehouse experience. Love to all, and a big thank you, Heather, Nature's Gifts Jewellery.
Yes. You can
There
see
you
it there in the
You
big
can see-
beehive, can't you?
Exactly right. That's absolutely gorgeous.
That is stunning.
Oh, congratulations, Heather. That must be amazing. Send some pictures in of your Amy Winehouse impersonator wearing it. That would be
We'd
great
love to see that. Yes, and I love this little hint of the flowers. You see, the colours you've picked out on this, and the pattern gems, beautiful. 123, and this is Beverly and Felixstowe. And a necklace and earring set with a bead scoop she had and findings from a stash. She says, I unfortunately have no longer the set because my youngest daughter, you know what they're like, she said, pretty please, can I have it? As soon as she saw it, she says, I managed to just take a photo before it was whisked away. I hope you have a good week. And she's already planning her next project to enter into next week's raffle. Well, that's the way to do it. Enter every week. One day you've got to be a winner. It's just drawn out of the raffle. 1, 2, 3. I can see why your daughter snaffled that.
Yeah,
See, that's
I
the
would have
trouble,
done.
isn't it? I would have snaffled that as well, yeah. Exactly.
I've got 124 here. And it says, hello all, and welcome back, Lucy. She's been missed.
Oh, we have missed her.
It's great
She'll
to
be
see
with
her
you
back.
tomorrow for a bit of cake.
Oh, cake at 11.
Yeah, cake at 11, but she'll be with you at 9 tomorrow.
My Wall of Fame entry consists of 1 mil and 0.25 wire, rainbow obsidian puffy heart, and golden rutile quartz and amethyst nuggets. It's easy to put on with no fiddly clasps, and the frame is very sturdy, and she can adjust it to make it tighter or looser. She has requests for this one, so she needs to go back to wire wrapping, and that's Mrs. Dixon in Nottinghamshire.
Very, very striking, isn't it? Very
lovely.
striking indeed. And oh my goodness
me, that's gorgeous.
I want to buy this.
Yeah.
I want to buy this. Can I buy this? This is number 125, and it's Karen in Kent. And she says, after watching your show on the sari silk, I thought I'd share this with you. My first time using the sari silk, I was a bit baffled, but I plaited it with some chain, attached it to my polymer clay leaf and beads, which I made out of the wood. And I know I haven't brought your beads yet, but I brought the Millefure DVD and extruder, and I watch your programme drooling every breakfast time. So I hope you can enter this into your Wall of Fame for a chance so I win and can finally stop drooling and buy some great gemstones. Well, that is a fantastic, what an inspired use of mediums.
Yeah, I think it's a really, really nice combination actually. I love the texture to the piece, and it's pieces like these which are really, really vibrant, which are key trends at the moment.
Exactly, all the mix of you know, your sari silk and a bit of chain and a polymer clay leaf and a few beads. They're beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Karen from Kent, you're number 125. More to read out later, of course, and we're only moments away from launching the resin which you see me wearing, and the enamel. You know, Hannah will be bringing us, we'll be answering those questions. Any texts? 60777. We haven't had any questions yet, really. Everybody's an expert at well, I'll ask lots of questions. That's all right.
That's
Perhaps
fine.
you just want to say hello. Perhaps you just want to. Well, the idea is we were trying to tie it in with. I bet they'll have questions as you do it.
Yeah, they usually do.
Because me asking, you never think of it, and then when you're watching, you think, oh, that's what I meant to ask, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's okay. Just keep them coming in, and we'll direct them to Hannah. Now, don't go anywhere. We're going to show you how to enter into the Wall of Fame, what it's all about, how you could win, and we'll be right back after this.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. And each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their Jewellery Maker account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, The Genuine Gemstone Company, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moonsmote, Redditch, B989HF.
Buying jewellery online from us has just become even easier with our new streamlined checkout service. We've made some little changes to make our website more accessible for all of the different ways you shop online, and now it's even easier using a mobile phone or tablet. Once you have added your items to your shopping basket, you can decide to check out now or save for later. Saving an item for later means you can easily find them in your own time, but don't forget to check back soon, as all our items are selling fast. One of just a few changes that will make buying jewellery from us even easier.
Join guest designer Claire John and learn the essentials to working with our resin starter kit. This DVD gives you a step-by-step instruction on general preparation, how to use clear resin, how to mix and dilute colours, add embellishments, use different backgrounds, and how to layer colours to create some beautiful pendants and earrings. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
Come and learn alongside our expert Liz Welsh about how to use your jewel enamel starter kit. This DVD will introduce you to the fundamentals of using jewel enamel, including melting, using Carantha molds, heat polishing, bezel setting, and adding gleam and a stellar flash to enhance your designs. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker. Here at the Genuine Gemstone Company, we are happy to announce that our studio store is now open. If you attend any of our courses, you can now browse through special items, get exclusive discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Become an exclusive customer at the studio store. For more information on available courses and dates, please contact our call centre. The new studio store. The experience just got better. Jewellery Maker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to put towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
Begin by threading a bead onto an eye pin. Cut the eye pin off within 1 centimetre from the bead using your cutters. Using your flat nose pliers, bend the eye pin away from you at 90 degrees to the bead. Using your round nose pliers, make a simple loop by bending the eye pin over in a circular motion back towards your bead. Repeat the above steps with another bead of your choice. Once you have done this, open the eye pin loop and attach it to the first bead you made. Repeat these steps until you have a gemstone chain.
If you've never been introduced to the resin before, or if you'd like to experiment further in your jewellery making, now is the time, because I'm going to bring you everything you need. Now, you've seen me wear a few of those butterfly rings. Let me just show you an example of some of the work. This was inspired by one of our Susan, one of our watchers, our Jewellery Maker viewers. And look at those, the butterfly moles, the heart moles. We've had so many questions. That beautiful pitch black rosette there as well. So we're going to show you how the resin works. We've got glitter, we've got wire, we've got moles, we've got the resin DVDs, we've got the foils, we've got the powders, the heat mat, the heat gun, we've got the enamel, we've got it all. And we've got Hannah.
There we go, those are the beautiful rings created by our lovely customer.
There we go. It's a striking medium, and it's one, once you start, that is it, you'll be smitten.
Absolutely.
Take it away, Hannah, my darling, because I love this.
Well, what we've got, we're going to start off with a little resin demo. So we're using the resin that you can buy either in our starter kit or as our bundle coming up just now. And it's epoxy resin, so you're using 2 parts of your resin here, this pot here, to 1 part of the hardener. Okay, so 2 parts, 1 part.
Now we'll play this bundle in a moment. Just sorry to interrupt you, I never even just started.
Do the wire
shall
first.
we just
My
get the wire
apologies.
on?
Yep,
So
let's
I'm
do that
showing
first.
something that they can be the viewers can be dialing for, so they know where we're at. So this is the ring shanks. You've made these on all of the rings here.
Yep, exactly
Just
the same
turn those
technique
around.
for both the resin and jewel enamel.
This is 0.8 and the 0.25 there, and you are getting 100 meters of the 0.25, 10 of the 0.8. So this is what this is the 0.8 that you've used for the shank of the ring.
It is, yeah. Then you can use the 0.25 to do Laura Binding inspired wraps to your ring should you wish, but I've just kept it plain with the 0.8 for now.
So this is what we're going to bring on the TV now. 110 meters of gold-coloured wire in our silver-plated copper wire, gold-plated copper wire, and one of our most popular bundles. And because we bundle them together, we're going to give you even better savings. So this is just to fundamentally make the shanks. You should be paying £9.95 just for the 0.25 100 meters there. That's nearly £10 in itself. But we're going to give you 10 meters of the 0.8 as well. So that in itself is £9.95. So it's like you get the 0.8, 10 meters absolutely free. So this is what Hannah started with to make the shanks on the ring. and then Hannah was just explaining, I rudely interrupted.
That's all right. No,
the
that's
resin,
my fault. I should
because
have
that is a
started with the
bundle
wire.
I'm going to bring you in a moment. We wanted to show something on the screen to begin.
Okay, well what I'll do in that case is I'll show you how to make the base for the ring.
Lovely, because we had our mandrel on last
So
night.
if you grab the mandrel last night, that's exactly what you need to get started. So we're taking, first off, a length. You want to just leave that in place because you'll see why in a moment. Just keep that against. Now you'll see I've measured this, so I'm creating a size M ring. You'll see all the ring shanks have their letters on them that just about picks up on camera. And we're simply going to wrap once, twice, 3 times, and then leave the length. So you want to squish that up to M, make sure that's really, really, really tight. And it's a really quick, easy way of making a ring. I'm just going to grab my snips and cut that down. I want quite a long length on the other side, and you'll see why in just a moment. So we've got a short side and a long side. I'm going to cross those over, so not a bit fingers and thumbs, but you see what I'm trying to do here is cross the 2 wires over, and I'm just going to initially twist that with my fingers around each other. I'm going to take my flat nose pliers, pop those where I've just twisted, and continue the twist. And that just ensures that you're making a really tight section to that. We're bent off and then snip down the excess, and then you just begin curling around and around and around.
Like a little rose.
Create a rose shape, exactly right.
Is it creating a platform then for the resin to
That's exactly right. We're going to snip that down. You don't have to be too neat with this. You want basically just enough purchase to create a much neater version next door. So you see I've created quite a nice wide flat area, and that is the area that we're going to slip into the resin. So I'll pop that down to one side. So that's using your wire. Now from that point you can bind in between and create a more
With the
sturdy
0.25,
design,
yeah.
but I've left it as just the plain 0.8. Okay, so that's your wire. That's how you create your ring shanks on both your resin
just to
and jewel
recap
enamel.
on the bundle, $9.95 would be the price for the 100 meters of the 0.25, but the 0.8 that Hannah was just working with there to create the ring shank, and she's used a tiny fraction of that to make the ring, is the 0.8. So it's like we're giving you that absolutely free in this bundle right now. AAGC40, 110 meters in total, 10 of the 0.8, 100 of the 0.25. So AAGC40. So great saving there.
Great saving on that piece, definitely.
Right, are you okay to show me the mould now?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go to the mould.
Butterflies in honour of Sue. So let me line up my butterflies, because I love the butterflies. There we go.
So we've got a selection there. You've got jewel enamel and resin in these pieces. The jewel enamel, you see I've taken it to a more amber stage, but the resin piece is just on the end there, which is much clearer and much more
so that's
crisp
my jewel
finish.
enamel, and these are my resin pieces.
Exactly right.
So if we want to recreate the butterfly shape, we've got 3 silicone molds. The hearts. So I've got the hearts here as well. So let's introduce you to the hearts. Yeah. And the rose, which I think I showed you earlier as well. Yeah. Like that, the way you've got the matte and a little bit of...
A little sparkle around the edge.
Is that with your heat gun that we'll show you later?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Gets a shiny edge. So these are the 3 molds. And that's what Hannah's going to show us now. So
That's exactly right.
we'll get our pricing for this for you now.
Okay.
3 molds, ILG C48. These are essential. I know when Debbie showed us the butterfly, she says they just fly off when she sells them at craft fairs.
Yeah,
I mean,
butterflies, hearts, flowers,
madness.
big sellers
Yeah.
for me as well.
We could put them again in the hair grips and the hair bands, little sort of mobiles for the children.
Oh yeah, it looks really pretty.
Light pull. I mean, the possibilities: brooches, light pulls. I mean,
Goes
make
on
a
and
little
on.
one for Shay. You know, the possibilities are endless. But we're just showing you the rings today.
We are showing rings today.
Ordinarily, because they're very malleable and long-lasting, aren't they?
Yeah, they
because
are.
of the
You
rubber
can
mold.
see, you can really bend. I've used these over and over again. There's no wear, there's no
cracking, 'cause
if
that
they're
can
really,
happen,
really,
can't it,
really
with a
malleable.
substandard mould. You should be looking at £20.97 for the 3, because they're £7 each, £6.99 per mould. But we're going to give you a big saving to get all 3. Big saving to get all 3. Oh,
that's fantastic.
That is. It is like you get 2 and you get 1 free.
You do.
£4 per mould, £4.30 per mould, £12.95. And I know once you use them, you'll be making all sorts with those. There's so many different mediums. Yeah, not just jewellery. That's why I mentioned sort of household things like candle holders or light pulls or little, what's the word I'm looking
mobiles?
For? Mobiles, thank
Yep.
you. Yeah, all sorts. Little crystal dangles from the window. Oh, the possibilities are endless.
Okay.
There we go. £12.95. Should be looking at £20.95 for those. And the nice thing is we get those 3 very distinctive, gorgeous shapes.
You do.
When we had our carved roses on our sister channel made out of things like your agate and what have you, and your sunstone, they just sell out. They're just
you can
the big
see.
look.
I mean, you look at our gemstones as well. I mean, the carved flowers from earlier were really, really popular. It's those themes within your jewellery, the pretty girly aspects of your jewellery making that are unique and just really catch the attention.
Right, my darling.
Right, okay,
The next
let's go
one
on
we're going to
to-
go on to is
The resin.
the enamel. All right, darling. You explain. It's the enamel, isn't it? Let's just
Enamel
explain
first.
again. The resin. Sorry,
resin.
forgive me. I'm confusing everybody. Enamel is a different medium. We're actually discussing the
working with
resin
resin
at the
at the
moment.
moment, yeah.
So you explain to me the bottle. So
Okay, so we've got the clear bottle, if you like. The white bottle is your base resin. This goes into your mixture first, and you need 2 parts of this to 1 part of your hardener. And it's only when these 2 mix that you begin creating the hardened substance of resin that you see in the finished pieces. They stay in liquid form in separate bottles. We need to obviously be quite precise because obviously we're doing 2 parts to 1 part. So what we do is we can grab some scales off our website and turn them on. They take just little batteries in those, and of course mixing stick and a pot as well. Now you see I've already popped the pot onto the scales, so the scales are reading as 0, but if you wanted to tear them, to take them back to 0, and that's really important. It's just about taking your time to make sure you're making the right measurements on this piece. Now the scales do have an automatic shut off, so I'll just tear them again. You have to work a little bit quickly with these, but not too much. So we add, first off, I'm going to go with 2 grams of your resin. So you see I'm just pouring that through, and the scales are working up.
it's going up.
Going
So
up.
it's
We're at
1.1 at the
1.1.
moment.
Keep pouring in, and it's quite nice because you've got like almost like a dropper
Yeah.
to
So we're not
this,
going to
so you're being
overload.
quite precise. So you can
1.6.
1.8, just drop them through. 1.9.
They're very sensitive, aren't they?
They are very sensitive, and obviously we've got
There we go.
There we go, after the
Perfect.
2. And again, just about keeping your work area neat. Screw the lids back on. You don't want to spill any of this anywhere.
So that was 2 parts of the resin,
2 parts of resin to 1 part
the hardener.
of the hardener. Now the fan's just blown that a little bit, so we need to add a little bit more hardener. And we're
So
going
1 gram.
1 gram of the hardener. We just drop that through, and you see even more of a precise drop to it. Need a little bit more.
Goes a long way, doesn't it?
It
those
does go a
bottles?
long,
Yeah.
long way. Just drop that gently in until we hit the magic number. Eventually, in its own time. There we go. So we're up to the correct amount. Now it's important with resin that you mix them. You need to mix these 2 liquids together. Now by this point, obviously I've already prepped, so I've got my barrier cream on my hands and things, so I'm not touching the resin directly. We're using our stick just to gently mix those 2 liquids together.
When you say your barrier cream, is that just like a normal hand cream?
It's a barrier cream you can buy on the website. It's available on our website. And that's just so your skin doesn't come into contact, though it's not
hazardous
an
or
irritant.
anything.
Hazardous, yeah, you
might
can
be an
be
irritant.
So you
We're
just
just
need to
going to
be
get the
careful.
codes in while you're stirring with your lollipop stick there for the resin, the
There
opal
you
effect
go.
resin, because what we're also giving you, and you'll see Hannah use this, is the opal effect. What would you call it? It's like the
This is Stellar Flash.
Stellar Flash.
It's
There we go. Of
called.
course, it's there in the box. Can be used in your jewel enamels or your resin, and it just creates that lovely sparkle. Can you see that at home? They're like little fibrous. Yeah, I don't know how you describe them really. It's called flash. They're just like little bits of glitter, aren't they? Really. There's loads of colours. I mean, it's not white. It's like opal, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like opalescent.
Like
it's got a lot of
opal.
colour.
It's this effect here on my butterfly. Let me just, sorry darling, if I bring that into play. It's this effect. It's those. Now ordinarily we should be paying $14.95 just for the resin alone, just the resin bottle alone. £18 for the whole lot. But today, to get you started, so you can make that butterfly ring, $14.95. So you get your hardener, your resin, plus the Stellar Flash. And there was loads, as you saw in that beautiful butterfly ring, loads of that pretty. And here are 2 rings, one with the enamel, one with the resin, showing you the effect. So we'll carry on with Hannah's demonstration there.
So I've mixed that nicely. You don't want to stir it too quickly because you don't want to introduce any air bubbles to the mixture. So we're just really, really slowly mixing those 2 liquids
And we've got
together.
our mixer pots and lollipop sticks
They're
coming up in a
yeah,
minute.
They're all on.
We'll do that next.
Just take the stick out, put it to one side where it's not going to contaminate. So you see I'm working on a little piece of Teflon here because you don't want to pour that all over your workbench or get it in anywhere you don't want it.
Yeah.
Because it will set. So I'm taking, well, you can do it 2 ways. You can either introduce it straight to the mould or you can scoop. Now I find when I'm working on smaller moulds, it's much easier to scoop and literally lay it into the mould.
Be more precise.
Because you
isn't
are
it?
more precise. You're
You're not
making a
dobbing
much...
it all over the edge then.
Exactly, you're putting it in.
If I did dobbed it over the edge,
It doesn't matter at all. Once it's...
can I just peel it off?
You can just
with the
peel it
rubber?
off or cut it off with your snips because if you imagine you're only dropping a small amount over the edge, it's quite easy to peel that away. So I've probably filled the mould about halfway there. Make sure it's into all the edges and things.
Still loads left.
Still loads and loads left. I'll put that to one side. And this is where I want to introduce the Stellar Flash. So I'm going to grab my pot of that.
So pretty.
It looks amazing once you're open. You can see you get so
Rainbow.
much.
There's rainbow dancing on the top there.
So we've half filled the mould and it is as simple as pinching a little bit and sprinkling. And you see it just starts to initially rest on the surface that you've created. So that's why we don't want to introduce it straight into the mould. I can't lift that up because that will pour. There you go, that's a good shot.
Yeah.
So that's actually lying on the surface.
You put it in second.
Yeah, you put it in second rather than introducing it to the mould first because you want the resin to get into all the areas of the mould.
Yes.
So I'll pop that to one side.
That, again, a fraction. You used a fraction.
Tiny
there.
little pinch. And then I continue to fill the mould.
Oh, so it's like a sandwich.
It is. So you put the in the middle, and you see as I add more and more, you're just sort of scooping it into the mould. Now you can add as little or as much as you like, but it's nice to get a good thick covering of the resin. And this is what's really nice about the resin. I mean, I absolutely adore working with jewel enamel because you get an instant effect, but the resin you can take your time with. You can introduce things to the resin. You can put photos in resin. You can put film negatives I've seen done in resin, clock parts, watch parts, and of course all your glitter.
Little flowers.
Yeah, absolutely anything. Because
baby's lock of hair.
Exactly. It's more about a memento piece because you can take your time about setting this properly.
Right.
So we filled that, so we're just up to the same level as what the rest of the mould is. Now we grab our ring shank. And what we have to do at this point, you can either use sort of lolly sticks or things, is place the ring mount into the mould and let it set. So just drop it in and let it set. Now if you can grab one of our handy Andes off the website, because if you imagine, if you drop that in now, it's going to sink and it's going to show through at the top of the mould. So you need to let the surface sort of almost harden before introducing the shank. And at that point, you can just set it to one side with your handy Andy, holding the ring shank in place.
Oh, now handy
as it
Andy would be very
cures.
good for that.
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
I mean, it's ideal for that sort of situation. Let the resin cure. Now you want it on a flat surface like we're working at the moment, and you let it cure for 24 hours at least.
He's on our website, Handy Andy.
Yeah,
we
you
didn't get
can go
time
on
to
there.
get him out today.
No, we didn't. But you can grab him off our website, and you just let it cure. You don't mess with it, don't touch it, anything like that. Just leave it until it's
24
cured.
hours. Right.
And you'll find once you go to it, you'll see it changes. It goes very, very crystal clear, if you like. And all you have to do, I won't do it on this piece because this piece is still wet. I'll pop that to one side. You would just have to simply squidge the mould around, ease it off gently. You don't want to grab the ring and pull because you can often, like, you can break it or something. So you just ease it gently out of your mould. And that's what's great about these moulds. They're really, really malleable, and it is designed for purpose, if you like.
So if you have any questions about that, please text us in. Tommy had a question to 60777. Can you speed it up by putting it in the fridge?
You can't, unfortunately. You can speed it up by putting in perhaps something like an airing cupboard or just warmer conditions, but the idea is to keep the temperature warm and consistent.
Right.
Yeah, you don't want to introduce any cold snaps or anything like that. So if you're working perhaps in a living room near a window or something like that, you leave the room, you don't want it to have a draft on it or anything like that. You need a consistent temperature.
As I say in Ireland, put it in the press. Put it in the press, nice and dry, it'll be fine. Righty-ho.
So that is your resin, and you can add whatever you like to it. You can put glitter in it, you can put your Stella Flash, you can put all the beautiful gilding flakes that we have.
We've got those coming up, some glitter coming up, some foils coming up.
And just really mix it up. And this is why I say whenever you have offcuts of pieces, don't throw them away, because you can literally place them into the resin as well and make really incredible designs with them. The nice thing about resin, as I say, it takes longer to cure, so you've got longer to play with. So you can use your tweezers, and you can be very, very precise about dropping findings into the place. You can drop even gemstones into them if you want. I've done CD beads designs with them, and just
we have the gem art dust as well.
Yeah, gem art dust.
Debbie do that.
Just amazing. Just take your time with it, practice and play, and just make sure key. Measure it. Don't go in all guns blazing like I normally do. Oh, that'll be all right. You know, a couple of that will work.
It won't solidify.
It won't solidify. You do have to measure it.
So that was our resin. So that was the effect there on the one that Hannah made, the pretty butterfly ring, the clear. But what we're going to do is show you the pots and the lollipop sticks now. So this is my resin top-up bundle. So you get 3 of the plastic pots for the mixing, 3 of the lollipop sticks. So that's just to get you started, obviously. You know, save those lollipop sticks, dry them out, so you can use them. So you get 3 of those for your stirring.
It's a great excuse to eat some ice cream.
Well, exactly. Do I need an excuse? No. And then we've got a huge array of pendant bundles here. So small and large square, small and large oval, small and large oval, small and large round. And you'll see the detail. They are textured on the outside as well of the stainless steel. So there's a lovely finish, nice big open bales for your ribbon or your satin cord. So again, we can actually place the resin within these and whatever articles or whatever optical effect we want to. So 6 pendants plus a pair of earrings, 2 pairs of earrings, large and small studs. So this is great because again, the effect that we can create, we can really personalise what we're making here today. So 2 pairs of earrings, the small and large, on the round studs. Deep enough, obviously, for your resin, what other parts you want to place in there. And we have our little Perspex block.
Yep. So you pop, because you need to make sure when you're curing resin, it's lying flat. So what you would do, shall I bring this over?
Thank you, darling,
That's
yes.
it.
You also get the butterfly backs with those earring posts as well.
Because the bales and obviously the earrings have extended parts to them. You see, that's not flush. There you go, that's not flush. What you would do is you would make onto your resin block. So you hang that bale over the edge. And the same with the earrings, the little Perspex blocks.
Because otherwise, if it's on a
in.
flat surface, it's leaning up and lopsided.
Yeah. And that's really great. And you can literally introduce the resin straight into your moulds, as we have done with the lolly stick. Lay it in, pop photos in it. If you're going to use photos in your resin, as with your jewel enamel, it's best to coat it with PVA glue first, just to seal the photograph, and then pop that in, and then create a really lovely memento piece for family members or friends. And it just makes a really lovely design.
Seen that effect, it's fantastic. Really, it's just so touching.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
It is.
So you get your 3 pots, 8 pendants, your Perspex block, 2 pairs of the earrings with the butterfly backs, and your 3 lollipop sticks. And RCC J95. Have fun. Have fun. $17.95. I mean, just making one of your pendants, how much would you charge for a personalised large pendant? You get loads of chain in the kits as well. We sell our chain separately, or just use a bit of your organza ribbon from our bundle earlier.
There you go, perfect.
You know, the opal effect enamel, like we showed you with the
amazing.
butterfly. We're going to bring you some more pots and bundles with the effects, you know, for your enamel or your resin. So we're dealing with the resin right now, but that's such a great saving. So 8 pendants, 2 pairs of earrings, 3 pots, 3 lollipop sticks, and your Perspex block, all from here. 70. So even if you said 8 pendants at £2 each, that's £16 straight away, isn't it? Pair of earrings each, £1 each. There's your £18. Plus we've got our pots, our Perspex stick, block, sorry, and our 3 lollipop sticks. There's so much scope there, isn't there?
Yeah, it really is. It's just a lovely, and it means so much more. You can give something you've personalised and you've taken the time over as well.
Exactly.
It just makes something very, very special.
Exactly. Now we have got the ring shank coming up as well. We haven't forgotten about that. If you want, you know, the stainless steel, we'll do that in a little while. We're trying to introduce you to as much as possible. What would you like me to do in Hannah? The opal effect enamel.
Okay.
This is here. So we're moving from resin.
Yeah.
Have I got the right one here?
Yes.
Yes. To my enamel bundle. So is this my enamel?
That's the enamel one. Yeah.
Yep. So we have got, what is the difference essentially?
Well, the enamel is essentially a powder form. So when you open up your diamond clear, it's a powder. So rather than working in liquids, we're working straight off in powders that you then turn to liquids rather than mixing. Now the enamel is a much more instant effect. You have to be quite quick. You have to have your area ready to work with. You have to have everything set up ready because the enamel will cure in about 5 to 10 minutes depending on the depth of the mould. So if you want more organic pieces, you want something that's a little bit more colourful maybe, your enamel affords you that design. Now enamel does come in all different colours. I mean, of course you can introduce colour to resin as well, but it's a much easier way of doing it. And if you don't want to wait around 24 hours and you just want a quick simple technique, enamel is the one to go for.
Fabulous. And we've got with it, oh, it's been a while. We've got the flash,
yep,
Stella Flash again. But we've also got the gilding flakes.
Now these are quite deceptive. It looks like a small tub. It looks quite full. Once you open the tub, I defy anyone to try and get them all back in there because they do explode. They really do. But they're lovely autumnal leaf colours to these gilding flakes. And you can use them in polymer clay if you enjoy making your mukumigame techniques. I know Debbie's done some amazing designs of these gilding flakes in her polymer clay. You can introduce them to obviously jewel enamel, to resin, as I have done with resin pieces as well. And you can just have fun with it, just experiment.
They're both lightweight as well, aren't they?
They are very, very lightweight
the difference
designs.
there, but both of those mediums are very, very lightweight.
They are.
We can just take a bit more time with our...
We absolutely can. Right, so I've got my surface area prepped. I've got my melting pot heated, ready to go. So I've had that probably on for about 5-10 minutes. So
now we'll bring you that in a moment as well, our little melting pot.
Yeah, it's essential because obviously if you want to turn your jewel enamel powder into jewel enamel, you need to melt it, yes. So we're going to sprinkle that to the centre.
Let's bring in the price for the enamel itself that Hannah's pouring in, and the flakes and the Stella Flash. Now we should be looking at least £13 for this bundle, but for you to try it out, and it is about trying this new medium, we're going to give you money off so you can get your melting pot as well. £7.95. I'll bring you the code for that melting pot in a moment, but £7.95 for the pot of the jewellery enamel and the Stella Flash and the Flash gilding flakes. Tremendous, gorgeous. £7.95.
Okay, so I've introduced the jewel enamel straight
How much have you introduced there, Madonna?
Only a little bit, probably just a couple of shakes to the pot, really. A couple of shakes to the pot. And you see that's melting away. Now I've introduced it directly to the centre of the pot because the centre is where the heating elements are to this particular pan. And you see that's melting through. Now we can pop a lid onto it to make it melt faster, but I like to see what's going on in the pot because I think it's quite fun. I think it's quite interesting.
Mesmerising. It's like watching granulated sugar turn to syrup.
It does, and you can just, using your spatula that comes in the melting pot pack, just gently push the rest of the powder in to encourage it to melt. You don't want to stir it too much or over stir it.
No, because you'll get bubbles in.
You'd get bubbles in it, so you just want to be gentle, gentle, gentle with it. And that's melting away quite nicely. Now I'm going to prep my mould. So I've chosen the heart mould with this one, and it's the other way round with jewel enamel. So you see the Stella Flash gilding flakes are already blowing everywhere.
It's because we've got the fan on, isn't it?
Yeah, got the fan, they're blowing everywhere. That's really funny.
Oh, you literally have opened that lid and it's just gone poof.
Yeah.
It's like it's expanded, isn't it?
There's so much in there. So I've just popped those directly into the mould.
So this time they're going in first.
They're going in first. You can introduce them afterwards, but it gets a bit more fiddly. So here we go. It's always great doing these live on telly. We're going to grab the melting pot, being very, very careful of our fingers and thumbs because it's incredibly hot. And we're going to push and encourage the jewel enamel down. And this makes it pour better. You don't want to go straight into pouring. And pour. Straight directly into the mould. And you see I'm moving the flow around to ensure we cover all areas of the mould. Taking from the centre, gently ease, and away. There we go. So that's left to one side to cool. You have to be quite quick with this. You see I've already got my ring set up ready. And we pop that into the back. And I want to push that in so the mount that I've created is submerged. Now, I kind of just have to sit here for about 5 minutes holding it. It is going to be the most interesting demo if you focus on that. But you can already see the surface tension of that jewel enamel is changing. You should see it starting to cure very, very, very quickly.
Yes.
Now we just hold that in place. I can already feel the tension on that, but I'm going to continue holding the ring just to make sure that it stays put.
So it's
and
more immediate, isn't it?
It is much, much more immediate.
Yeah.
There we go. I should be able to leave that now. It's
Oh,
not
yeah, that
fully
really
dry.
was quick, wasn't it?
There you go. It's not fully dry. We need to leave it in the mould for a little bit longer
Seconds.
because it's incredibly hot. So you need to be very, very careful whilst you're using this. But you see it's strong enough already to hold the mount on its own without not sinking into the design. So we can just sit and just wait for that and perhaps come back to it. But you see how much more of an instant effect that is. But of course, it doesn't afford you the ability to titivate it, if you like. You can't sort of stick things into it or mix things around with it unless you've really, really, really prepped your surface ready for it. Now, I had great fun making these rings. I really, really enjoyed rising to the challenge, hopefully, and doing Sue proud with these techniques. But you'll see, you can really create different looks with these pieces.
There we go. Right, we'll get on to the melting pot now. And we'll show you how we get the glistening effect and the more matte effect as well in a short time. So we had a massive saving on the actual bundle there of the enamel, plus the flakes, plus the glitter flash, you know, from 15 down to 8. So let's bring you that £7 saving. We can direct that straight into the melting pot. And you said you do get your spatula with that as well.
You do, yeah, it's included in the pot.
So FWF 13. We are going to give it a price slash, so because we want everyone to get involved and to use this new medium, or those of you that have teased and tinkered with it to be able to get the bundles and experiment further. But it has to start with the melting pot and the enamel before we can do anything. So it was originally launched at £38.95, but today, massive saving of practically £10. £29.95, huge
That's incredible.
saving.
That's really
so we get
good
our
price.
enamel and the pot for less than we would do if we bought them separately.
Crazy.
No, we're not done yet.
We're not done yet. We're not done yet.
We're not done yet.
I hope we're done yet.
Things are crazy. Kamikaze.
Oh,
price slash.
Kimbo, this is bad.
Kamikaze Kim, as we call her. £24.95, £15 saving. It is officially the lowest it's ever been. So please, 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 if you've thought about it, you thought now is the time. You need to be dialing. You need to be on those phone lines. FWFT13. You can put that extra £15 saving towards what we've already price slashed by half, the enamel itself, with the gilding flash and the what was it? So the Stellar Flash
and the gilding plates.
Yeah, and we've got glitter coming up, or the wire bundle. You know, the wire bundle was reduced as well, so you get the wire bundle in there, and you're still making savings because the wire bundle was £9.95 just for the 0.8. And then, sorry, the 0.25, and we gave you the 0.8 for free.
There you go. That's absolutely perfect.
So you missed the codes, just speak to the customer service centre. This price will go back up to, what was it, £29.95, yeah. So please, and originally I think it was £39.95, so please take advantage right now. I noticed there is a temperature control on there.
There is a temperature control. Let me just get this back into shot.
Yeah.
I've just turned it down. Now
Now, is that relevant to me?
It is relevant to you. Now, you'll see if I get it in shot. Let me move that to one side. There you go. That should work. Now, it has a sliding temperature control. At the moment, I have it turned off because obviously we're not using it. But if you're using jewel enamel, you want to slide it all the way up to UT. And you need the highest setting for jewel enamel. The great thing about this melting pot is you can actually do all sorts with it. If you're into your friendly plastic, you can warm your water, dip your strips of friendly plastic into it and use it that way. And you can also bake polymer clay in it.
Ah, wonderful.
So it's really, really versatile piece. Instead of going right up to the UT, you'd go up to the 127 mark to bake your clay. It's just almost at the top there. Pop the lid on and bake your clay in it. Same you would as in an oven.
And I won't burn it or anything?
You won't burn it, no. You can use your Teflon crafting sheets that we have, pop those in, pop your polymer clay on and bake it for exactly the same you would. Now it only bakes sort of thinner slices of your clay.
Yes.
But it's really handy as a tabletop piece. If you know, it's a bit of a faff trying to get up, go to the oven to bake things and what have you. Tabletop, great idea for your polymer clay.
How do I know when it's hot enough? Sorry, did you say this? Forgive me if I'm
it has
repeating.
a little lights and things, so
right.
it comes to melting temperature
It goes,
and it lets you
it
know.
goes
There
green,
you go.
so
that
I
goes
like
up.
that. Red for just warming, green, I'm ready.
Green for go.
Green for go.
There we go. Let's have a look and see.
Oh my goodness,
Could
it's
be,
been
could
that
be.
quick while we've been waiting. We think, and
Yeah.
you're just peeling
I'm just
it away from the
gently
mold.
peeling.
Remember, we did an offer on those molds. You got, they were usually £20.95. You got 3 for £12.95.
There you go. One jewel enamel ring. Now obviously we've got the gilding flakes standing up a little bit. We can just brush the surface over. And if you've got any sort of overlying or off crops to this piece, you simply get your pliers and just snip them down, and you can sand the edges as well just to neaten them up.
How did you make this one go black?
So I've grabbed a different pot of jewel enamel of that one.
Oh, because we do different colours.
Yeah, we do
on
different
the website
colours.
as well.
And of course you do get a really amazing effect against your black. So you've got clear and black are the only two colours I've used for these, but you can use any colour you like really.
Fantastic. Now we're going to introduce some more elements. The rainbow collection. Are these the pastel ones, darling, or the big pots? The big pots. Oh my goodness, we're going to get such an offer on this. Yes, I'm going to keep them coming. My goodness, I'll get them into position for you. I'll move my little. My goodness me, look at this. That was another bundle we just did for a fantastic offer. My rainbow pots here. Wow, look at these. Look at the dusty colours. Beautiful, not dusty at all, but what I meant was dusky. Not dusty, dusky.
Dusky colours. They're so vibrant, and in fact when you start to melt them, they zing. They really change colour. Do you want to choose a colour and we can show that on screen
Yes,
if you want?
I want lime green.
You want a lime green. What sort of ring do you want? Do you
Um,
want a lime green rose?
Rose.
Let's go for it. We'll make another shank, but it's just to show you that when it's actually cooking, it really zings. The colour really changes. So we've got quite an almost peridot colour.
This is going to be a massive saving.
This is going to be a massive saving.
So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pots. You're using the lime green. I've got golden yellow, orange, fire opal, amethyst, ruby red, pink sapphire, aquamarine, citrine. Each pot is 30 grams, and again, if I just show you the pot here, look at the fraction that Hannah's just sprinkled in. If I can show you the profile, just sprinkled in quite a substantial amount, but look, see how much is still left in the pot. Fraction off the top there. Massive saving on this one. Already starting to melt.
It's already starting to melt, and you see it's almost introducing quite a vibrant metallic feel to that particular piece. It's very, very, very different to what's in the pot. So it's just something great to bear in mind as you're working with the jewel enamel. You're going to get much more of a zing, much more of a look to these pieces. So that's just melting through. I see I've added it straight into the pot because we're already using diamond clear in there, so it's not going to contaminate the colour at all. And again, just letting that melt through.
Ooh, it's gone a really vivid green. Pure green. And you can mix the colours, of course.
You can absolutely mix the colours, and you see because we've got a little residue of the diamond clear there, you're getting these beautiful swirls, these metallic
like a
swirls.
pearlescent effect,
it's
isn't it?
really gorgeous, isn't it? So that's just melting through. I think we're pretty much done on that.
This is your jewel enamel colour.
I'm going to push that all up to the top before we start pouring.
the Rainbow Collection.
Straight into the
Oh, this is
mould.
delicious. Now this is going into the rosette mould, remember? If you missed the moulds earlier, we did 3 for the price of 2 basically. Rather than $20.95, you got all 3 for $12.95. And gosh, you were quick making that ring shank. So we just really quick, just in a matter of seconds. And then holding it in place.
It's going to cure, yeah, it's because it's quite a shallow mould, that one. And you see, I've got a couple of drips on the surface of my mat.
Yes.
It's not a problem. You just peel them off
There we go.
and pop them back in
Pop
the
it
pot.
back in because it can be remelt as long as there isn't a great
Absolutely
big fuzzy bit of
remelted.
fur on there.
Oh yeah, it is a problem having cats at home.
Now, ordinarily for the pots, and we've got 7 to give away in this Rainbow Collection, you're looking at £4 each, so £28. And that'll really go a long way, won't it?
It will, and they're already very, very competitively priced
Yes,
as well.
at £4 a pot. But because we're doing a bundle for you, you've got 30 grams of the ruby red, the citrine, the pink sapphire, the green peridot that we're demonstrating with, the fire opal, the amethyst, and the aquamarine colours. Are you ready? Wow, wee wow! Less than £2.30 a pot.
That's crazy.
That is
prices.
fantastic. £16 for 7 pots. £16 rather than £28. So massive saving
saving
on
again.
our jewel enamel pot. A massive savings on the heating pot, as it were, on the pots themselves. Oh my goodness! Let me show you the colours. That's better, isn't
Oh,
it?
look at
That's
that.
a better
That's
view and
gorgeous.
labels. Look at all of those.
Just come in and grab them. Just
Just
try it.
oh,
If you've
exactly.
been a little hesitant before, try it. It's such a fun
You won't
medium.
stop. You'll be
No.
popping all sorts in there. And you know, we're going to introduce you to the DVDs in a moment as well. We've got the resin and the enamel DVD, so I'll show you the codes for those as well. Obviously, if you watch this on the repeats later, you can be trying out the techniques as well. And also, what we've got for you after that, a set, because this is the effect I showed you earlier on the actual black rose. You'll notice that at the outer edges there is looks like it's glossy, looks like it's moist. You see that at home, the matte finish in the middle, and then a little touch of the moistness. She's done it all over. Hannah's done it all over on there. Forgive me. And that was the one you just made. So you can see the one is matte, one is glossy. Yeah, you can see the difference, quite clear. This is with our heat gun.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, we might have to break into one of these because I haven't got mine with me. But what you have to do is literally heat the surface, but you don't want to go too far. If you go too far, you end up melting remelting the surface and losing the look of the piece itself.
It looks like a hairdryer.
If Kim wants me to demo it, I can have a quick look in the drawer and see if we've got one behind me.
We don't. That's okay, my
Okay,
darling.
fine, that's
It's
fine.
like there's a nozzle this end. It's literally like
It's
a
like a
mini
hairdryer. It's pretty much the same as a hairdryer. In fact, it doesn't blow hot air, it heats.
Two speed
it's a heat.
settings, lightweight, got the handle.
Yep, exactly.
Plug in, very simple. Instructions are included.
If you want to sort of imagine a demo here, you literally draw the heat gun over the surface and just keep drawing it over and introducing it slowly. You don't want to go straight in because you will just melt the surface of the jewel.
So
enamel
you're
again.
using a hand action that is kind of
just
blowing
sort of
over.
blowing over the surface, and then you can pick out areas. But you want to keep taking that heat away. You don't want it. You don't want to focus the
Otherwise
heat
you'll
directly.
lose your shape and it'll
You
melt
will.
into a big globule.
You will. Yeah, there you go. But it doesn't matter if you go wrong. It doesn't matter. You can peel the top of that ring off, pop it back in the pot.
There we go.
Melt it again.
And remelt it again. Yes, of course. $14.95. And of course, obviously, because we don't want to damage the surface upon which we're working, we'll introduce you to the heat mat. This is huge, and what it's got is 4 handy tabs at the corners, so that you can actually attach this to your surface. You'll see the size of it. It really is big. It's a protection mat, basically, so that you don't damage with the heat.
With the heat, yeah.
You know, if you've got a lovely
exactly.
wooden table, you're not burning the wood, or a plastic table creating nasty brown, you know, if you got too close. But that is your heat resistant mat, and it's just lays down and away you go.
The nice thing about this is if you're using moulds, if you're using
$9.95.
textured sheet as well, you can pour jewel enamel directly onto textured sheet. And obviously you don't want to be doing that on a surface of a table, you want to be doing it over a protective mat.
Exactly. And what we'll do is bring you the ring shank as well, the small ring shank. If you don't want to be doing the wire necessarily, but you want to get involved and you love the pendant idea of just simply having it ready, filling it straight away, either with your resin or your enamel. This is our standard size ring shank that can be adjusted, because if you see on the back, you see there, can be opened or tightened accordingly. You can put your resin straight in there and away you go with your effects, your flakes, or your jewel enamel. If our enamel goes in there straight away, we pour it. It does stick straight away, does it? Or do we need to glue?
Stick. If you can then peel it out. It acts like a mould, so you can use it as mould and you can use it as a ring shank. If you want to keep it in the ring shank, you would have to stick it in place as well with hyper cement glue, which is available on the website.
Okay, just so that we know it's secure, especially if it is a keepsake. But that's with the enamel. With the resin,
The resin will just stick.
The resin will just stick. So that's just an important differentiation there. 24 millimetre. So I'm just having a, do you want to measure that on your mandrel there, darling? I mean, as it stands closed, it feels like a bigger than a pea or something.
About a pea.
About a pea.
Yeah, pea cube.
But of course, it's adjustable.
It's adjustable, absolutely.
So don't worry about that, but I was just interested. So this is the round ring mount to fill with your enamel or your resin. This is just going to be a silly bargain, $6.95.
That's really good.
And it will fit any size finger. You can just close it tighter, open it out, obviously to make it wider, really strong. And it won't, what's the word? It won't, what's the word? If you're weak, I was trying to think of compromise. The words you used earlier. When we don't want to compromise the metal, weaken it.
Metal fatigue or
metal
anything
fatigue,
like that, yeah.
yes. By opening it out, because it's really strong stainless steel there. So glue in your enamel just for extra security, but the resin will automatically stick. The enamel will sort of stick and use it like a mould, but there may be a chance of it.
Yeah, you'd want to sort of ease it out with maybe cocktail sticks. Once it's dry, once it's
fully
set,
dry, yeah.
then pop it back in with a bit of glue.
There we go. $6.95. GQC J39. What's that, honey? And let's use the glitter, to create the different effects as well. 5 pots of the glitter. We're going to bring the these darker ones, and then I'll bring you the lighter pots as well. These are delicious. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. Limited stock though on the glitter, because I think a lot of the glitter went during the Christmas show. These are like, they're not like little sparkle dots. They're flakes, aren't they?
Yeah,
the reds are the flakes. The pinks are the flakes. The blue is the dot. That's like navy blue and gold. And the green is green and gold, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mix dots.
These are great to use with jewel enamel and resin specially developed to be
Fine
anti-static
enough
and fine enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't sink in your resin designs. So if you want a surface texture to your resin, these are the glitters to go for.
That's the difference between your child's glitter pot at home. Won't have quite the same professional finish, I'm afraid. You can have a go, but like you said, these are specifically for the product, as it were. They're very fine, they're very lightweight, and you said anti-static, didn't you?
Anti-static, and actually machine washable as well.
Really?
Yeah. So
How
if
do you know
wanted,
that?
Because my lovely supplier Sharon, who makes them, has a lovely sort of crafting that she does by gluing the glitter onto fabrics as gifts, and then she can machine wash them.
Never. Do you know what it reminds me of? When I'm doing panto, the glitter that you put on your face, and because that has to be really, I know that sounds silly, but it has to be really fine powder texture, otherwise you'd have big dobs of glitter stabbing you in the eye and it'd just be so rough to get off. But that's what it reminds me of, really fine, almost imperceptible, so striking. So that was, and I've also got more glitter, so let's bring you more glitter. Oh yeah, let's bring you the price incredible offer. Can create a backdrop upon which you add more, or you mix the glitters. I've seen that happen as well. Should be paying how much? Over £14 for these 5 glorious glitterati pots. But for you today, $8.95. The savings are huge.
They just keep coming, don't they?
Huge, just because we want you all to get involved. That's just lovely. Just glitterise myself there.
Look, that's
I feel like a fairy already. Sparkle. See, I never get to wear the glitter. I was only a fairy once because I always play the baddies. It was great. I literally covered myself in gold glitter.
like, yes, I'm going to be a
Sorry,
fairy.
just covered myself. I've just spread it all up my arm now, so I don't know if you'll see it, but sparkly arm. Sparkly arm. Yes, if there was a part of my body that wasn't glitterised, then I wasn't going on stage. Up the arms, across the chest, over the face. I loved it. I didn't care that the rest of the day I was covered in glitter. I was just like, whatever, it's Christmas.
Great.
$8.95, should be talking about £15 for these pots. So let's do the pastel shades now, because these are so pretty. so pretty. Have both, because we've halved the price on that last bundle, so get both. This is just, oh, divine, isn't it?
These are gorgeous. They've got really iridescent colours to them as well.
Haven't they? It's just, I mean, that is neon yellow, isn't it? These are the very fine sparkles, aren't they?
Yeah. Now Debbie's created some beautiful designs with these, because once you put them on something like polymer clay, you cover the surface of the polymer clay, it feels like fabric. They're that fine.
Yeah. That is just, so beautiful. Sparkle. See how neon iridescent that is. Oh, what a shine, hey? I'll just be covered in glitter. I don't care. I love it. I love it. Everybody should be covered in glitter. We don't have to wait for Christmas. Let's give you a fantastic. Yes, it's really good. Oh, that's really catching the light. Those ones, aren't they? That iridescence it's like opalescence, isn't it? So the pink and the bit of pink and the silver, the green. You can really see that effect there, can't you? What? $9.95 originally launched as what, sweetie? We haven't even priced lashed yet. Sorry, I thought we'd already priced lashed at $9.95. She's still kamikaze Kim. I'd forgotten how kamikaze you are. She's going to $7.95. I know, get both, because they've got the iridescence and the other ones have got the metallic.
Exactly, and the texture to them as well.
I'm really taken with that. I love those. They're both beautiful. Loads of you on the line. I'm not surprised. Let's get some more out. Come on, let's cover another. Let's just have one more dibby dob inside.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Look at that bright pink.
Look at the pinky. Woo! I love mixing it with the gold. That has the gold in it as well as the pink, doesn't it?
That's fabulous. Yeah, that's
pink
really
and gold.
Cool.
See, I just covered myself in it. Wouldn't go in any rings, just be covered all over me. That's
great.
Lovely.
It's great when these samples come into the office, actually, because we do exactly
Kids
the same.
in the candy store.
We're just like, let's play with glitter all day.
Shall we do the DVDs? Is that what you said, Kim? My darling? Oh, sorry, darling, of course, yes. The fibres. The blue ones. Now, I saw Debbie iron these and
make wrapping paper.
Yes.
Yep, make wrapping paper. It's absolutely amazing what you can do with this stuff.
What is this stuff?
It's just like, well, it's Angelina fibre, but it's just like the Stella Flash. So you're introducing a texture and a colour to your jewel enamel designs, to your resin designs. So you can iron them, cut them up. If you're making rings in the resin, it makes beautiful backing designs. So imagine you can iron a section, iron it out, so they fuse together and create a sheet.
Underneath. Would you put that in first then?
You'd put the resin design in first, and then as a back, you're sort of working back to front if you remember in a mould.
Yes.
So you then cut around, perfect shape, place it into your mould as well, allowing for the ring shank, and create a beautiful backing piece to pendants.
Which will shine through.
If you're working in bezels, you do it the other way around. So this sheet in first, then the resin on top.
Love it. Fused fabric, lay the strands of the Angelina between two sheets of paper, iron using a medium setting. It's always explains it on the back there, and you create like a little crystalline fusible film. That's beautiful. So we've got all the blues there, sparkling. Look at those. Rainbow, again, like opalescence. 5 cool, beautiful blue shades of the Crystallina fibres. AGG C60. Let's bring you an offer. That's fantastic. Takes it into a whole new realm. So it's like creating your own foils in a way, isn't it?
It is. It's just like creating your own foils.
But you create your own.
Yeah, or you
matrix.
can go the other way and create your own glitter by snipping bits off of it. You know, it's a very, very versatile medium, and you can actually introduce these directly to melt pot as well to create more sort of fibrous sort of pieces and things like that. So yeah, just experiment
Absolutely
with it.
Beautiful.
Just have a play.
And for 5 bags, here we go. Oh, well, is it normally about £14? $9.95.
These are amazing prices.
AGGC60. We really want to get this resin working for you. So normally looking at about £14, $9.95. And let's bring you the other. I've got some more Angelina. Reminds me of Angelina Ballerina. Crystalline fibres.
Well, this one certainly does with the colours. Angelina Ballerina.
Say again, darling. Oh, we've got the picture of the gift wrap that Debbie actually made, that ironed together. Oh, isn't
There you
that
go.
beautiful? Wow. I love the way you can move the colours into one another like
You
that.
can mix them all up and just
Gosh.
be really creative with these pieces.
It looks like a kind of a knitted wool, doesn't it? So, oh, that pink is just
amazing.
delicious, isn't it? The gold, love that. It's like a paparazzi with gold in there. The lovely rainbow white, and oh, these are beautiful. These are the ones that Debbie's used in that picture. So instead of £14, £9.95. Do you have to use a lot when you're eyeing them, when you're plopping them down?
No, you'd be surprised. There's actually, again, it's deceptive. It's like the gilding plates we saw earlier. There's an awful lot in each pack. Once you tease it open, there's lots and lots and lots.
That's the one Debbie's used in that picture to create that little wrapping. So loads of effect, the foil background, the fibrous texture in your designs. Can be used with both the enamel and the resin. £9.95 CCG C31. Let's bring you the DVD as well. Oh, it's all go. I think we finally got there in the end as well. Goodness me. Goodness me. So if you want to get started with the resin or the jewel enamel, both of these DVDs are available on the website. So, and they're usually each $4.95. Well, we're going to bundle the two together so you can have both. Instead of having them for £10, $6.95 for the two. So it's whether you want to work with both mediums, or you might just start with the one and then go forth.
Go forth. We've seen quite a lot of us guest designers at the moment are swapping techniques.
Yeah.
So what we're doing is getting together and saying, I really like that design, but I don't work in that medium. Can you make that
Right.
for me?
Yeah.
And I'll include it with mine. So perhaps you've got a friend who maybe works in jewel enamel and you work in resin. You can combine your efforts and then share the DVDs as well.
I know, so there's a £3 saving there by getting those two together in that bundle, JDGC35. We hope we've given you a good insight into how easy the resin and the enamel is. I hope that's inspired you further.
Yeah.
Look at this, the green rose is finished. There she is. They'll see me coming. It's just fun, it's funky, it's just another fabulous medium. And another string to your bow with your jewellery making. Right, we're going to take a quick breather, get set up, because at 12 o'clock we've got the, I can't remember, the quartz that is called the
Duracell.
Duracell. But we'll give you some more information about getting involved with us here at Jewellery Maker. So don't forget, 2 o'clock, the masterclass in the brand new medium that we only introduced the other week of Perspex.
Buying jewellery online from us has just become even easier with our new streamlined checkout service. We've made some little changes to make our website more accessible for all of the different ways you shop online, and now it's even easier using a mobile phone or tablet. Once you have added your items to your shopping basket, you can decide to check out now or save for later. Saving an item for later means you can easily find them in your own time, but don't forget to check back soon, as all our items are selling fast. One of just a few changes that will make buying jewellery from us even easier.
We all know that you need the right tools for the job. So here at Jewellery Maker, we have developed our very own tool set just for you. In this larger set, we have provided more tools to help you develop your jewellery making skills even further. The kit includes wire cutters, a bead reamer with replacement tips, an awl, tweezers with a scoop, a sliding gauge, a snip, and all the essential pliers you will need. All of this is yours for just $15.95, neatly presented in a carrying case with an embossed Jewellery Maker logo. Stay tuned for more advice, tutorials and demonstrations of jewellery making. We provide the tools, you provide the skill.
Our standard delivery is now only £2.95 per day, regardless of how many pieces of jewellery are added to your order. Delivery takes between 4 to 6 working days, and if you want your jewellery quicker, simply speak to our call centre about our premium delivery service.
Hi, welcome back. I'm going to introduce you to the second kit today, and then we'll have a we'll look at the jewellery that Hannah's been making during the show, and I will launch this beautiful strand of the Amazonite afterwards. There is Amazonite in my cool shades, well, in my next new kit, but this is the different droplets. So I just want you to bear that in mind with this beautiful deep blue-green gemstone, because Amazonite is the key feature in this next strand. Truly, truly beautiful. And what would look fabulous with it, of course, is that crystalline quartz. Don't forget that's coming up as well. This would tie in beautifully with this new kit. But this is my Amazonite. This is named after the river Amazon. A natural gem. You get these blue greens, and within it here, with this beautifully polished 10mm rounds, 260 carats, you can really see the patterning. It's mined in Brazil. It's referred to the cleavage of the gem itself. Used extensively in ancient Egypt, and it's called the stone of courage because it's associated with the Amazonian women warriors. And in general, it's supposed to have a soothing effect on you, on the brain. It's called a hope stone as well as another name for it. It's a beautiful natural gem. I don't have many of this kit, so as I'm enthusing about it, please make sure you're dialing early. We've only got double figures. I haven't even got 100, okay? So if you love what I'm showing you, please dial nice and early, which I know you will. Remember the carved coral flowers? Well, look at these magnificent, and you can feel the coolness of them. Carved coral, perfect cream rounds, 10mm. I mean, that is a match made in heaven, because it's bringing out the swirly creams in the original patterning of the Amazonite, that gem of expression, this incredible, beautiful Amazonite. It's just stunning. Really, really pretty. Then we've also got the silver coloured hematite, 150 carats in the barrels. Yeah, 8x5mm. And to tie in, so you've got that lovely sort of subdued coral shine, a picturesque pretty pattern on the Amazonite, then a shine on the hematite, then, you know, that splash of 10 meters of your turquoise 0.8 wire. 10 meters of the 0.8 wire. Now we need to be dialing early for this kit. There is not enough to go around. I know it's going to prove immensely, immensely popular. We've also got the seamless cones. 5 of those. Do you remember, for the excellent finishing touches? 5 of those. They are sterling silver. And of course your monofilament, your beading thread, and your elastic, the traditional findings in the kit. And we have got our findings, which are silver plated. Now the cones, 5 of those 5 bead cap seamless cones are silver, but the rest of the 98 findings are silver plated copper. So there's your chain, your eye pins, your head pins, chandelier earrings in there with your shepherd hook, crimp covers, crimps, jump rings 5 and 7mm, 2 toggle clasps in the heart and the round, bolt ring clasp as well, silver balls, silver plated balls. It's called the Blue Horizon, and I've only got double figures already, half the kits. Normally, buying these separately, £40.65. Normally, buying this separately, £40.65. Buying all the components separately from Jewellery Maker. There it is, broken down for you step by step, what they would all add up to by Jewellery Maker prices. But today, oh, well, you're going to get a better than half price deal, but I've literally only got about 60 left of these kits, 50 of these kits left. Please, please, I started with double figures. Please don't miss out. I'm already low in stock. They're flying out. Massive saving, less than half price. So we can put that money towards the beautiful Amazonite drops coming up, or the fantastic white quartz, or you know what would look so beautiful with it? The labradorite we had, because that ties in with the flashes of blue and the silver of the hematite. The labradorite you got earlier tie in beautifully. See how those metallic blues and greens in there tie in? That would be delicious with the kit. Don't miss out, $19.95. And we will go to Hannah to see the designs. Don't forget, free DVD in your booklet, New Jewellery Maker, so you can get involved with us here. But we are low in stock. You've got the wire, the 0.8 wire there as well, 10 meters. Alrighty, let's go and see Hannah. So look at the close-up, already low in stock. Already low in stock. So it's an incredible Amazonite, just very, very striking. Get it from the sedimentary rocks there, just beautiful. If you love turquoise, you'll love Amazonite. Now we've got this is fabulous. It's just a lovely, simple, stretchy with the elastic. I like simple is good. And how pretty are those corals?
I just really love the texture
Yeah.
because if you look close enough on the coral, because of how it forms, it grows like wood basically.
Yeah.
So you get a woody grain texture to the surface, and that against the hematite, the stark metallic texture, just works wonders.
Beautiful, beautiful. And that's just a simple stretch. You can start as simple as just threading your elastic through
exactly.
the
Very,
actual
very easy.
gemstones. And again, I'm loving the earrings, the chandelier drops. Now you've used these are the crimp covers, are they, darling?
No,
Or are they the
these are
balls?
the
No, the balls.
balls.
Of
Yeah,
course, you get the
balls on
balls in there. It's because of those rose crimp covers
Yes,
earlier. We
they
were talking
were
about using them as the
lovely.
balls. Two, you know, the Amazonite does have some variation in some of the tonality and the patterns there, but that's part of the charm. And you managed to find two, you know,
Almost the same.
yeah, exactly. And then a lovely drop with the chain. You've cut the chain there.
Cut the chain and added one of the bead caps as well, just to give it just a different look to
Oh
the round
yeah,
as
now you
well.
see the finish there. That really displays how beautiful those bead caps can be played. Really gives it a
Really
professional
different
finish,
edge,
doesn't
doesn't
it?
it?
Yeah. And again, we love our chain. Look at this, stunning.
And again, bead caps to the centre pendant as well.
Just using a fraction of the gemstones now, obviously, because we've been concentrating on the resin and you've been working with me. This is how far, you know, you've got so far.
I
so
will continue.
she will
I have
continue,
more
yeah.
left.
So just some inspiring designs there to give you inspiration further. There's your toggle at the back. They're beautiful. And there's so much left on the desk
So much
still.
more left to do.
Well, I can see something's going to happen with the turquoise wire.
There is. I'm going to make some rings out the wire as well.
Oh,
so
yes.
We will see. We will see
We
how
will
that
see
goes.
where we end up. We'll have a recap at the end. But please don't miss out because we're already low in stock. Because, you know, £40, or, you know, it's down to under 20.
£40 already is a good price.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
you take into account all these pieces. So, yeah. brilliant
Silver
price.
plated findings plus your silver bead caps plus your 3 gemstone strands, turquoise coloured copper wire, and your finding materials, and you know, your organza bags. Brilliant.
Lovely.
Popular gem. Right, okay, shall I launch the other Amazonite, darling? Yeah, let's do it. The Hope Stone. I've got a few more of this, okay? I've got triple figures of the Amazonite here. Of this, and it, you know, massive saving on the kit. So if you've never seen Amazonite, it's a wonderful, wonderful gem. A rich natural gem. It falls between your turquoise and your mints. It's deliciously beautiful with something. I'm just looking to see if I had any. Let me just grab this citrine. You know, a bit of golden sunshine. It is just sensational. This was my early bird, a 5-strand bundle. I thought it had Botswana agate, it had aquamarine, it had the citrine. I can't remember how many were in it, but it was my early bird. This is the citrine that was in it. How pretty is that with the drops? Perfect drops. 100 carats of the Amazonite graduated pear cuts, and our distinctive gemstone strand. Now, natural gem, this has been given a matte finish, whereas the gems in the kit that Tanner is working with has the polish. So named after the river Amazon, although, you know, it's mined in Brazil. It's never really been found near the Amazon. You can get it sometimes in the USA and Brazil. Funny enough, it's tiny, tiny minutite, so not harmful or anything. It's the lead impurities which give it its gorgeous colour. Sometimes you get the iridescent schiller on there as well, but we rarely have it in this deliciously beautiful matte finish. There is a lovely, it's like that minky pearl yesterday that we had, just gorgeous. Legend has it that you know, the Brazilian legend has it that the Amazonian Indians used to give the green gem to the men who met them, but they reckon that was actually probably a bit of jade they were faffing about with, but to give them courage. Beautiful, a bit like your tiger's eye. So gem, if you're into the chakras and the metaphysical side of your gem, is supposed to give you confidence and hope. Now, I hope for your sake that you're on the phone line early, because this is going to be an absolute sensational price. Just look at the contours within it, like powdered little textures of the crystalline, the microcrystalline structure there, just beautiful, big, gems. We should have 2 strands really. Should have 2 strands of this because one is not going to be enough. Very beautiful. Do you know that black onyx we had earlier? I haven't got any right now, but I just want to show you the black. I'll just grab this for now. Oh, there it is. I have. I'll tell a lie. This is so stylish with the black onyx. Maybe you got that earlier. You're not going to believe what I'm going to do. I mean, just look at that on the neckline. How beautiful. You could layer it. You could have the black onyx in between. The matteness against the sparkle of the onyx. It's just so, and again, it's like your imperial topaz, suits your skin tones. This is going to be ridiculous, so join me early on the phone line. Although I've got good quantities, it's not going to be enough. $7.95. You must. I mean, how many pairs of earrings could I make? Exactly. We've just seen those beautiful Amazonite earrings that Hannah made 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. Well, at least 8 pairs. Not even £1 a pair at this price. 99 pence a pair, and then I've got one left over for a pendant, or for a wire wrap ring, or to drop into my resin, or who knows. Just delicious. Amazonite. Just fabulous. But so is that price from our gems of distinction, the distinctive quality. A natural gem, no heat treatments, no diffusing, nothing. That is a natural gem with its minty freshness. That would look very pretty. Do you remember earlier the sea breeze or fresh breeze? It was all the shell, and that would look gorgeous with the pre-night. Do you remember that bundle earlier? We gave you a fabulous price. Do you remember? Here it was the satin cord. Gorgeous to have a few, just one dropping down from your crame bracelet. That was that fresh breeze bundle. And I said that Amazonite would tie in beautifully with it. Do you remember that? Maybe you got it earlier. You can ask if there's any more of the fresh breeze bundle that we already showed on the show today. Yeah, it ties in beautifully with the colours, doesn't it? So don't miss out. $7.95, especially if you just got that kit with Hannah. Especially if you just got that kit. Don't forget to check out your basket. Oh, and the serpentine and the white coral. Oh, hold on. We've got to do Wall of Fame. I've just got to show you that white coral again. I know, I'm so excited. Look at those. Look at those. The white coral flowers with the serpentine earlier. Oh, do it. Right, let's go and walk over to the Wall of Fame and look at your designs. My word, what a prolific amount of work. Pendants, rings.
Busy.
Busy. This is number 126 and it's Julie Woodward. And these are just some of the rings I've made over the past few weeks. They're all made with gems and wire from Jewellery Maker. She says, I've sold quite a few at the craft fairs and I've had some commissions. Thank you to all the staff and the fab designers for making great demonstrations, great shows. Julie Woodward, that's jewels and gems. From Macclesfield. Well, Julie, I hope we've inspired you with our resin and enamel rings today, so you can further your craft. That's fantastic.
I've got a very pretty bracelet here, 127.
Love that white coral in that kit.
Yeah, oh my goodness, that will work so well. And it says, hello everyone, please find attached my entry for the Wall of Fame, which I made using Amazonite and Howlite. I hope you like it. It's all the best. Sandra in Hertfordshire.
Good luck, Sandra. And we've got Jackie in Ascot, and agate and rose quartz, and findings from her stash. That's Jackie Corley. Again, very striking set. You're number 128. Good luck for the prize draw.
And look, I think I've got a friend helping out, Mum, making things. 129 is from Joe. Sorry, Joe, I didn't see your name there first off. A brunette presenter, didn't think it was allowed. Nice to see you back, Lucy. This is her dog China playing at Theros, wearing a necklace made from quartz tubes, lapis rounds, and mica powder, all brought from JM. Wonder if he also walks like an Egyptian, and that's from Joe.
Oh, we love the doggies, we love the animals in the shots. Now, I just showed you the Fresh Breeze bundle like we did earlier. Here's someone that's been using the blue shell in it. This is Sam Dent in Burton-on-Trent. Inspired by designer Mark, 3-strand necklace with the shell nuggets and irregular quartz round, silver-plated copper findings, and the plaited purple beading thread. So again, great use of the mediums there, very striking. Good luck, Sam, and you are number 130. Okay, we're just going to quickly show you how to enter the Wall of Fame. Prize draw every Wednesday to win £100 worth of credit or 50, and I'll be launching the Girasol quartz, so don't go anywhere.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. And each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their Jewellery Maker account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com. Or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, The Genuine Gemstone Company, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moonsmoat, Redditch, B989HF.
If you have a question or query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2. Or alternatively, you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
My Duracell quartz or Duracell quartz. This is a brand new premiere. I don't think, if memory serves me right, we've ever seen it on Jewellery Maker. I've never seen it on Gems or Rocks, and if we had, well, I must have been asleep, because this is just stunning. Sometimes called moon quartz. The best effect, the way I can describe it, is when you look within it, they're almost like opal flashes. Because of the actual makeup of the quartz itself. Now, if I can't find it, because I was finding it, I was right on it earlier, and it's just a question of me, you know, just moving the piece around so you can see what it is I'm going on about. You can already see it. Can you see it there? It's almost like the play of colour. There we go. That's what I'm trying to show you. It takes its name from the golds and the yellows as it follows the sun. Can you see that rainbow iridescence? Now, Hannah was just explaining as well, if you want to know the actual physical makeup, what's happening, why that creates in the quartz itself, because it is a quartz structure that takes a similar, I suppose, formation in the way that opal does.
Yeah, it's a quartz silica, like all quartz, but it forms in the same way pretty much as what an opal does. So your quartz silica, rich, almost like water, is flowing through bedrock and solidifying in pockets. And that is what creates a very opalescent form to your quartz.
There we go. And within each of those individual original quartzes, you can just get that, what I keep referring to as almost like an opalescent effect. You see it there? You can see it in both of them there, sort of a gold and a blue. It's just shimmering on the surface there. We did a recording there earlier because, lo and behold, it's Murphy's Law. Just as I try to show you, I lose it. But it has it's incredible the way that crystallizes, and then within it, you know, moon quartz is another name for this, because it almost looks like it's a mixture between moonstone, which is your feldspar family, a quartz, and your opal. It's you know, another version. Well, what was that, darling? They call it a white version of the rose quartz, which I don't think helps me any, quite frankly, because of that play of colour is so distinctive. I suppose the milkiness of it in some of the strands, technically a white rose quartz, but it's also got that opal effect. I suppose the milkiness of it means that, you know, you're not seeing that clearness. What you're getting is that wonderful crystal play of colour within it because of the silica formation in the quartz. And that's, you know, the studio lights here interrupting what is a magical optical property. It needs to be seen to be believed, quite frankly. It really does. Just stunning. So different. I'll just hold the strand all out. So you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee for you to witness that miracle of nature when you get it home. And just see it in the light. See how it follows the sunlight. Imagine it in the sunlight. Yeah, can you see? You can already see it. You can see why they you know, it's like a moonstone, because you can see the angular essence within it, but then there's that extra magic within the crystal structure. So although you think, oh, they're inclusions, it's actually the silica opal, or almost, as it were, for want of a better explanation, giving you that play of colour. There we go, there we go. It's just a matter of twisting and turning to the light here so you can see what it is I'm going on about. Magical, isn't it? Just I've never seen anything like it in a quartz ever. You know, you've only ever seen that play of colour, where opals get their name from, opaleus, to see a play of colour. But this is categorically a quartz. And because of the formation, you get that magic happening within it. And this is what's so, look at it, so unusual. Again, this glow, it's just quite miraculous. Beautiful. Launched today for the first time ever. $14.95 for a massive 140 carats. You need to get this home to see the beauty. It's about moving in that light. It's about seeing it in the natural sunlight, seeing it at the most perfect gamut point, 12 midday, and see that fire. It's incredible. See the golden glow, the yellow, see that play of colour within the crystal structure of the quartz. All irregular. It's like the white quartz with a bit of your moonstone, opal and rose quartz. So it's like a jamboree of gems all blended in together, isn't it? It's tremendous. Hannah's never seen anything like it. I mean, I know when you said when you were sourcing this, it was just quite incredible, wasn't it, to get your hands on it?
I found it really mesmerising. I actually sourced this in Jaipur with Prakash from our India office, and I was just transfixed by the look. It's so hard to describe.
Yes.
Because it's just not coming across on screen.
No, I'm only getting a fraction of it, aren't I?
It looks like opal, but it's a quartz, and it's just so mysterious. It has that allure to it that you just, I think, will inspire some amazing pieces of jewellery.
Oh, definitely. And because there's such large, individual, irregular nuggets, you know, they're really going to be a showpiece in a design.
Definitely.
One that you want to allow to breathe in the light. And maybe a design with movement, so you can see that, you know, transient, gorgeous light play. Stunning. First time ever. Our Duracell quartz, 140 carats. Remember to check out your basket. Stunning. It's from our gems of distinction. It's a big strand. Get it home. Witness that miracle for yourself. Because remember, you've got the 30-day money-back guarantee. So have a little look, take it outside, have a little play, get the feel for it, get inspired by touching it, feeling it, holding it up to the light, seeing how it plays on that crystal structure. It's quite miraculous. It's just mesmerising and hypnotic, as Hannah said. $14.95, but only while, first time ever on air, only while stocks last. Right, shall we move from the Duracell quartz to its counterpart? Equally beautiful. But looking like, I call it ice quartz because it almost looks moist. Now we had the Jan McNulty, Laura's mom's auction last night in honour of her. They were more sort of octagon shaped, oblong shaped I should say. These are irregular but kind of lend themselves to a kind of a spinning top shape. And they're beautiful. Now, I know, Hannah, you went. There was much discussion over these.
Yeah.
Because we had a nay from one side and a yay from Hannah. And I was definitely in the yay camp, as was Kim, as was everybody here in the studio. We won't say who the nayers were. But tell me why you chose it for us.
I look for something different.
Yeah.
That's my job, is to go out and find something
out of the ordinary
we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
And at the moment, key trends are rough. Nuggets, we're looking really texture heavy pieces, and for me this just ticks all the boxes. I mean, it's just incredible. It looks like crushed ice, as you've already said. It really does, and it's
starts to glisten.
It's just fun. I mean, you're never ever going to get a rough of plastic or glass or anything like that. They have their places, but it just really, for me, cements the fact these are genuine gemstones.
And the glow within, I mean, it's fabulous. It is like we've lit it up. I mean, there is no jiggery pokery going on here. It's going to pick up the colours of anything you complement it with, or use it with, or thread it through. I mean, I'm just moving it there on that. I mean, look at that brightness, the brilliance, because the clarity of the quartz, and it's kind of like a rough hewn kind of a cut, but it's not rough and sharp against the skin. That sounds like an odd sentence, isn't it? What's the word? A contradiction in terms. But it isn't. It's the way they're polished off, so that, you know, you're not stabbing yourself with gems that are, but they are so, and every one is an absolute beauty. I can see that just dangling with a bit of tasselage, and the light that would diffuse through it. I don't know why. I think it's because the shape. If I hold it that way, I think it just lends itself that way, because they're like little cones, aren't they? So I was thinking, oh, I mean, just look at that. You could just have a few on the end of a necklace and then tasselage. Or they could be the tasselage. at the end, or chain coming down, and there, or a bit of chain coming off the end. Oh, Amazonite in there, aquamarine, waterfall gems, just beautiful, so different, glistening. Do you know what they remind me of? Big, but nicer, rough cut diamonds. Not that I've ever seen diamonds this big, but you know, I imagine in pictures. Just because the inner brilliance, the inner refractivity is so bright before they're polished and faceted, so you see all the fire. But that's what they remind me of. What was that, Kimmy? Imagine a wire wrap pendant, you know, on a long chain, just that one individual beautiful quartz. You could choose the one that's your favorite. Just dropping. I mean, just look at the way it reacts with the light, the glistening polish. Any color wire. Just the one there, it's just stunning. Get the light around it, bask in the light. That's not a trickery, that's not neon lights. Need to be dialing now though. Brand new. Our rough saucers, graduating from 80 by 10 to 24 by 14 millimeters. Feature pieces, $10.95, 3, 6, 9 to 11 of them on the strand. So not even as little as £1 each, less than that. It's amazing. I mean, to have this, if you've got your clear quartz, you know, on your stall, and just have one of these nuggets and say, there's the rough, but you can see the extent of the clarity in my clear quartz that I've got in your design after it's been polished or cut into a bicone or polished into a nugget or cut into a hexagon. You can say, look, there it is, and you can see the quality of what I'm sourcing. Absolutely eye clean, absolutely flawless. This needs to be in your basket. It needs to be seen to be believed. The beauty is tenfold. What else would you do with this in terms of a design, apart from maybe I'm obsessed with tasselage?
You could really just simplify it. I mean, just one on a silver chain or something would look incredible. But I'd love to just go, here we go, all out with the catwalk styles. But I can imagine just a crescendo of drops of waterfalls, mixing it with pearls, mixing it in with blue tones as well. Just to really give just an amazing showstopper piece.
It is show-stopping. I mean, for instance, I've got 3 to hand here. You mentioned quartz. You know, I've got the beautiful beryls. I've got a pretty, I'm not sure if it's a blue quartz there, but just look at those. You mix it in. Look how show-stopping and eye-catching. It's got a diaphaneity in there, glow like your Golconda and Indian diamonds. Now coming up as well, hot off the press from up above. So well done to everybody. Grab this now while there is availability. AGRU52, $10.95, brand new. You really need to get that home. I mean, just look at it. I love this from afar. Can we show that from afar, darling? I've got a brand new strand to bring you. I mean, look at it from afar. I bet if we were to turn all the lights off, you would see this glowing in the corner. It's just amazing. Look at that glow. It just lights up. Beautiful. Now I've got a brand new strand to launch, hot off the press. Literally placed into my hand here. Wow! Lovely jubbly. Lovely jubbly, gorgeous jubbly, jibbly, jubbly, jubbliness. Woo! You know those pastel shades, the iridescent pastel shades in the jewellery enamel. Oh, multicolored crackle quartz. You have to start dialing now. You are flying in. The web buyers, I've got it in my basket. I'm ringing my mate. I'm getting to. Sylvia's at work. Don't miss out. Our crackle quartz is so popular. I don't know if you'll see it again. I reckon it's all going to sell out in the live show. Good luck if you're watching on the repeat. But this is our rainbow pastel multicolored crackle quartz. 170 carats EEGP 81. Oh, the sparkle is divine. Baby blue, golden yellow, ice white, violet blue, candy pink. Don't miss out. Oh my word, how long have we waited for these? Separate them out, separate the pinks, separate out the purples, separate the ice blues and the whites, create that cascade of the ice. Oh, Hannah, you know, we were talking about a cascade, really electrifying design. This is a brand new, put it in with your blues of your aquamarine that we had earlier and your white quartz. Separate them out. Let's mix it all up. Let's get that waterfall glowing. Look at that for a show-stopping piece that's going to light up the decolletage. Oh, these are what you've seen on the show so far, but you've not seen these brand new today. All I can say is please, please, please dial now, otherwise you're not going to stand a chance. It's going to be gone on the live show. Good luck on the repeat in case one or two just do come back in because someone forgets to check out the basket, but make sure you get a couple. Hannah, these are not going to be around for long.
These are
We haven't seen them for
amazing.
ages.
I haven't seen them in ages and ages and ages, and what I love is just the vibrancy. You've got crackling throughout, so you've got light play hitting off every surface within the gem, and just beautiful girly colours.
Beautiful girly colours for the big kids like me and the little diddy ones. First come, first served, I'm afraid, on this one. You have to be on the phone. It's a free phone number. If you hit a bit of a queue, hold that line because obviously we don't want you to hang up and lose your chance. You're in a bit of a little queue there. Won't be long for us to answer you. It's free to phone that landline number. Brand new today. Wasn't even scheduled. Boo! $9.95. There's got to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 on that strand. Oh my goodness, I'm like a kid in a candy store. Over 50% of the stock's gone. Already gone. This is how you have to be dialing now. Don't deliberate. Don't think I'm going to wait a little bit longer. Don't think I'll do it in a minute. I'll just go and boil the kettle. Get it now. Dial now. Wait in the queue patiently. I do appreciate your patience. Very busy today. Obviously, everybody's jumped on the phone line as well for that. You can get those big nuggets of gorgeous ice white quartz as well. You can see all the different effects of the diaphaneity, that glow like diamonds, and the bouncing out of the facets within that crackle quartz, the colours. Oh, whatever you do, just make sure you're on that line now. We're down to 2/3 of the stock being allocated. Check out of your basket. Check out of your basket. Whatever you do, make sure you are checking out that basket, otherwise it's gone. Phone buyer can just say, I want it, I'll have it. And if you just bid for it and you haven't checked out, it's gone, I'm afraid. It's not enough just to say, I'm thinking about it. You've got to pay for it, but then you do roll over the 1p. And we have got that exciting Perspex Masterclass at 2 o'clock this afternoon. And the late show with Fifi. It's a Fifi Marathon, 5 till 9. If I'm a little bit tiddly-pop, it'll be due to the gin. Do I? What's that, darling? Oh, and hot off the press. Not only today have we had Imperial Topaz. I don't think I've ever presented this on Jewellery Maker. Kim's never seen it ever on Jewellery Maker. There's a bit of a queue of nearly 30 of you there on the phone line. Wait, it's just dropped down to 25, just dropped down to 22. I'm not going to launch this just straight yet, just so I get all those calls answered, give everybody a fair chance there. But let's have a sneaky preview. It's a rare polymorph of kyanite and sillimanite. It is a wondrous gem that takes us perfectly into autumn because it encapsulates all the autumn shades. And when it's cut correctly like this, you see all those shades. Andalusite, named after Andalusia in Spain. I want to get a bit of light behind there because what we're seeing are greens and marmalade oranges and golds. Some are pinky orange, some are like a khaki green. Just a stunning gem, and within the gem you see all the colours at once. Absolutely beautiful. I think it's an absolute first on the show, so stay with us. The Andalusite we will launch a little bit later on. That is beautiful. You're hot. Have you seen this, Hannah? The colours, strawberries, oranges, khakis, golds.
I love that strand. I love the pleochrysm in it. I like the rarity of that strand, and I just, colours are so Debbie Bolford.
So Debbie Bolford. So Debbie Bolford. Right, tiger's eye wheels. Oh, I only had one strand of blue tiger's eye last night. These, look at those chunky monkeys. They are fabulous. That reminds me of that wonderful bracelet a customer made earlier on the Wall of Fame. And that wooden, well, I think it was an agate, but in the middle, and then the rest was the
Kumihimo.
Chameleon. Kumikami. Well, I can never pronounce it. Kumikimo. Braided bracelet, yes. And it was just using like one gem like this. Look at the strength and intensity of the chatoyancy in the tiger's eye. Let's wheel them. Oh, we could start the car. I could replace the wheels on my car with these. Look at those, tiger's eye. 700 jubbly carats. And then, oof, my wheels. 160 carats of fudgical goodness. VWC00, my word. I love these. They're cut in the horizontal and they're cut across the horizontal. So a slice of cake and a wheel. Beautiful. Well, it's just the way they're both obviously little wheels, but they're what I'm desperately trying to convey is the fact the drill hole. Thank you, darling. That's the word. It's like the crimp yesterday. The drill hole goes through the side, so we see them front and back, and the drill hole goes top to bottom on those wheels. Oh, the fudgical goodness! Tiger's eye. Now here's some jewellery encapsulating both. Made by the Budding Beaders, and this is using our leather. This is Sue, just the leather cord there, and a little yellow rose gold, the beads in there. I don't know if there could be the bead caps or there could be the little balls. You're separating those so you can see all of that wonderful chatoyancy inside the gem. So very simple, very stylish. And then the bracelet is really playing up the way the drill holes have been cut sideways and horizontally. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely. So if I put it down, you get a feel for see in the front and back, and you can see all the way around the breadth of the beauty of the tiger's eye there, which is what you want. So those designs have been totally inspired by the gemstones themselves. I love the tiger's eye. I love to love, loving my baby. I've got a wee gemstone hand that's snuck into the. I'll talk to you about that later. I don't know where he's come from. It's lovely. It's lovely. Don't know what. I don't know. Perhaps I put it in the wrong box. Goodness gracious, $9.95. It's like a skipping rope. You can really feel the weight. 700 carats. You might just use. Oh, look at that. Look at the golden. It's cat's eye. Oh, limited stock. I think it's going to be a sellout in the live show. So good luck on the repeat, because I never say never. 700 carats, and then another 160 carats of delicious, delicious side drilled little drums. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Really see the quality of the tiger's eye there, the chocolates, the golds, the cat's eye. Utterly, utterly beautiful, utterly delectable. I've never, that cat's eye strand, that's 700 carats. That's the biggest I've seen for a long time on Jewellery Maker. Would you concur, Hannah Oxbury?
It is. We've not been able to source it that easily presently. So yes, this is new in. And just, I love the manliness to it. I love the masculinity.
That's what I thought about that necklace with the leather.
It's really, really manly. Richard Hammond wears something similar, doesn't he?
He does, yes. The gerbil. Okay, a little bit of a drink here. Alrighty. Box number. Botswana! I had no Botswana last night. Nearly fell out with Dion. Not one. Not one. Very unlike her. Very unlike her. She knows I love it. You've got 3 fabulous strands for the royal, the most beautiful. You have to get this in your collection if you've never seen it before. If you've already seen it, you'll be dialing right now, because I've got the 8mm, the 6mm, and the diddy, you're too beautiful for words, 4mm. It is the most royal, the most precious of your agates. Look at those dove-like bandings. They're like the feathers of a dove. A little baby dove, and then next to him you've got the golden browns of a little duckling, because that's exactly what ducklings look like. We had 3 in the nursery, Jed's nursery the other day. Then we go to a moonbeam white, then we go to, oh, look at that satin pink. Everyone's a winner. gold, white, to pink, to strawberry, to honey, to vanilla. I mean, look at the variation. I mean, I can't, that's so finely drawn as the layers of the magma roll down the plains. I can visualize the formation of this wonderful agate, royal in its richness, heralding from Botswana. 8, 7 and 6. So the 8mm 150 carats, 6mm 90 carats, 4mm 40 carats, and it's gonna, I can't believe I forgot to tell you this, a fee special. It's a great starter bundle if you want to start with your gems and then your findings, or like the kits we've had today, you always have loads of findings left over. Then start with these 3 because you can get the graduation of sizes, the waterfall of sizes. I mean, I have had the Botswana and I've simply done this, simply just stranded it around. You could create a cuff, all those fashionable shades that never, I mean, you might go big to large, you might create hundreds of cuffs, just elastics, just create little round donuts around, going horizontally. They're so beautiful in their own right. You don't even need to try, you don't even need to accent, just leave them as they are, just thread on a strand and Bob's your uncle. What do you say, Hannah?
I love them, and I would like to see a really nice structured piece against a silver plate wire, for instance. My mum makes really beautiful cuff bangles, which are top and bottom row on stretchies, and then wire work in between.
Oh,
so that would look really funky on these. I think you should like
show me
those.
one. I've not seen that.
Top
and bottom stretchy, and then wire in between.
Row in between, yeah.
Now I'm inspired with the Botswana even further. This is all you need to know, and make sure you're dialing EJGC66. Can you believe I did a show last night and not one smidgen of, look at that, of Botswana. Sad, I nearly went home crying. That's because we've got a few today, and you're starting the Fifi Marathon with Fifi, obviously, the Botswana. Look at the colours, the variation is astounding. These aren't diffused, these aren't heated, these aren't treated. Golds to yellows to greys to silvers to whites, semi-translucency. The banding is just divine. Everyone has a story to tell. As it cooled, it solidified, as it rolled down the Great Plains of Botswana. I mean, you look at it, you can't even draw it. It's feather-like. It's like the finesse of a finely drawn snowflake. And everyone, look at that, look at that. Everyone is an original, like a snowflake. No two will ever be the same. No, not one will disappoint. Oh, I love that ochre one. It's like French mustard and English mustard swirled around a bowl. Can you see that one? I just picked it out in the close-up. There it is. Is that it? Ooh, no, that's not it. Where's he gone? There he is. Look at that. That's your Botswana. Look at the one next to him at the bottom there. The brown and the silvery dove grey, and then the white, and then there's like a strawberry, and then there's like a marmalade. Oh, don't stop. I have to do a whole 5 hours on this. Let's bring it in. 4, 6 and 8mm. $9.95 for all 3. Tremendous. Have a bit of that, Hannah. Have a bit of that.
Take a bit of that. That's
She'll
nice.
have a bit of that. She'll take a bit of that. I'll have the other bit of that.
2 of them.
We'll both have those. 2 each. 9. Now you can never have enough Botswana. I never have enough Botswana. I've got the big. We once had those big. I think they were like 14 or 16mm rounds. Oh, they were delicious. But here, for you to, it's great in this. You've got the 4, the 6, and the 8. Because the diversity of the sizes there lends it to all sorts of playful aspects.
Yeah, BBs, stretchies, everything a beginner would want to create, and what perfect gemstone to start with as well.
Because you don't even have to put in any effort.
No,
you don't have to think, what do I match it with? I will tell you now, Botswana goes with everything. I'm hard pushed to think of anything it wouldn't go with. It goes with everything. Pick out the ones that tell a story to you. Now, what would look perfect with my Botswana? I'll tell you what, literally just into the building, and I'm going to put it on the top and show you why. Because of the reds, the greens, and the golds. Look at that match made in heaven. You could pick out the smokies, the reds. Look how fantastic that strand would be with your Andalusite. That is heaven waiting to happen, isn't it, in your jewellery making? Do you think? Or is it just me?
I want that. I think that's an
She
amazing combination.
concurs. That is just gotta happen. On the tail end, on the back of your Botswana, promise me you'll get my brand new in today. We don't think we've ever had it on the show. Andalusite, named after Andalusia in Spain. And it's a rare coming together of two different gem types, your silimonite, your kyanite, coming in to make a matrix of a gemstone that when it's cut beautifully like this, you see all the colours, the pleochroism. 3 colours in fact, green, gold and red. And they can melt into a melting pot to make sort of honey oranges and strawberries. If you see more than 3 colours, it is not pleochroism. It is a different optical property you are seeing. And I wish, has anybody seen the torch recently? Because this one here, I'm seeing so much green, I'm seeing so much red, and it's looking quite dark on the screen, and I feel like I'm unfair to the Andalusite. And it's just, I don't know, we had the torch, I was literally with it for a day and then never seen again. But promise me you'll get this home, have a little look, because you're seeing so much more, because at the moment on screen it's looking just khaki and brown, and I'm not happy about that, because it is even more beautiful. This is such a rare gem type. You just look and you gaze and you see the little striations within it. Very difficult gem to find, very difficult gem to cut, because obviously you want to bring out the pleochroism. You want to see all the colours at once, not the strength of one colour from one direction of light, which is what you tend to do in pleochroic gems, perhaps like iolite or kyanite. You want to see all of the colours at once, which is why every single one is such. You see this one here, it's not translating, but this side I see strawberry pink, then there is gold, and then there is green just in that one gem in the middle. If I could get my torch behind it, you'd probably see it. And this one is amazing, because 1 minute I hold it this way and I get really vivid reds, then I flip it down and I get really vivid khaki green. So it's just, can you see that at home? Can you see strawberry red? And then the next minute, it's just sort of gone khaki green. Desperately trying to get a bit of light into that for you. Because when you start to separate them, it's magical. It's magical, isn't it?
It really is, and I think it's phenomenons that are unique to gemstones. You know, it's another aspect, it's another story you can tell your customers as well, or your family members if you make to sell. But again, it's what I like about pleochroism. It's a hint.
Yeah.
It makes you look,
But then look.
and look again.
Yeah, you can't take it on just the first face value.
Yeah, it's a very interesting.
First impressions won't be enough, because you'll be drawn in.
You're very much drawn in.
It hypnotises you, doesn't it? Pulls
Yeah.
you in. Oh, you are the most wonderful woman in the world. You've found the torch. Amelia rocks. It's official. You're all right, Tom, but she rocks. Right, let's get a bit of torch action. Now that I've said that, probably won't work. See if we can get this going for you. I'm hoping it won't. Oh, strawberry green, strawberry green. Can you see that? It's just, and that's literally what I'm seeing. You know, what I am seeing here in the studio is just mesmerizing. 1 minute khaki. Can you see those two together? 1 minute khaki, and the one next to it is strawberry. That is, you know, just our gemstone torch there. That's not imbuing them, and you can see the little fibrous inclusions there. It's not imbuing them with colour. That is the natural capacity of this gem's beauty. So you can just see when you get a bit of light behind them, the difference from strawberry to green. It's just quite remarkable, just beautiful. So this rare, gorgeous gem that draws you in with its hypnotic beauty. Please don't miss out. Just, I mean, look at that. Strawberry, strawberry, khaki. I don't know which way to go. Strawberry, khaki, strawberry, khaki, gold. Look at those, the difference. And you will see that at home. And if you don't agree with me, that's what your 30-day money-back guarantee is all about. What I don't want to do is blind you with the torch. I don't know if that will make any difference from looking from this angle. Not really. It's just casting a funny glow. Let's bring in the price, because you're flying out the door from our gems of a distinctive gem I don't think we've ever seen before. Andalusite, for a strand of this caliber, we shouldn't be looking any less than at least, this is a really good Jewellery Maker price, $29.99. If you can do better, well, yeah, because that is, I mean, I'm trying to be good here and give you a killer price, 90 carats. What do you mean that's not, you're going to do loads better? That's brilliant. Well, if I hadn't already had the coronary with the imperial topaz, I'm about to have another one. $14.95. The imperial topaz. Oh my word. And the Botswana. Let's sandwich it all together. Oh, it's so beautiful. What a heavenly mix. You've got the finest gems on the planet here. In the most, I mean, I think those three are heavenly made, heaven sent. Look at those three. Imperial topaz is your sandwich between your Andalusite and because you've got your nuggets and your drops and your rounds. Heaven sent, and what a story to tell. The problem with that is, where do you start? Do you go in for the Botswana? Do you start with the Andalusite, or do you start, you know, waxing lyrical about the imperial topaz?
You've got so much to talk about on those strands, and they work perfectly.
Make sure that price reflects it as well, and it's up there in the double figures, because we are talking rarer than a unicorn. That is just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. Get it home, look at it, love it, hold it in the sunlight, take it on a little journey around the house, put it up against the neckline, hold it on the wrist. Start being inspired, but don't miss out on my 90 carats first time premiere. From you to me to you, $14.95. I'm shocked. Oh, okay, gotta move on. Did you get the crackle quartz? Did you get the Giracell quartz? Oh, I hope so. My what? Oh, now I showed you this earlier with that fabulous, the lantern nuggets. There we go. I showed you this earlier with those show-stopping quartzes. So you could actually have, it was a very good idea. I can't claim to it because I think it was either Kim or Claire, you know, there it is and it's rough hewn, just see the quality of the quartz. I'm putting in the design for you. Look at that clarity once it's polished in those nuggets. There it is in its roughest form, but nothing rough about that. When you look at that beautiful, I think that was $10.95 we went to for that distinctive gemstone strand, brand new today. So it's a real key feature if you want to show it in its roughest, hewest form. And there it is polished in the nuggets. 350 carats, and these nuggets are center drilled. Then blue quartzite 3mm faceted rounds. Oh, they pop, don't they? But you know what Fifi's drawn to? You know what I want to stroke lovingly? 180 carats of the beautiful beryls. Oh, peachy pinks, morganites. I mean, we are talking, these are your emeralds, these are your morganites, these are your Goshenlites, these are your Heliodors, these are some of the most precious gems on the planet, and I've got a whole strand here. We're offsetting, okay, the clarity, because we know these are natural gems, for a massive 180 carats, but you still see the distinctive beauty. I've got those baby candy pink morganites, I've got those iron-rich aquamarines, I've got those delightful golden Heliodors. Some are not quite clear white, but sort of more of an opaque white, Goshenites. And then we move into the greens. Hello, are we talking emerald down there? I think so. Talk about I mean, this strand alone, no word of a lie. I remember doing a strand here of beryls of this nature when we first launched. We were looking at least $29.99 for a beryl strand like that. And that's quite rightly, and that was a great price. But these are beryls, so these are so precious and sought after and expensive to source, because the thing with beryls is they take forever to grow, to crystallize, and there's such a rare cocktail of elements that come together with your beryllium. That's where it gets its name from, the beryl. That they rarely occur in large quantities. So this is what makes it so difficult to source, so expensive. So when we were looking at originally, how many years has Jewellery Maker been going now? I can't even remember. I've been here
3 years now.
Just over 3? Mm-hmm. Gosh, that's flown by. Do you remember down at Ivy House? And yeah, I was there with Sheila and me ribbons. We used to pull them off the cork stands behind us. Oh gosh, tiny little corner we were. But yeah, $29.99 at least. I'm not plucking figures out of the air. I promise you, I remember that. But this is part of a 3-strand bundle. Can't even speak anymore. With your quartzite. Hey? No, I'm not even bringing myself to say that. That's ridiculous. I can't even say that. That's shocking. So you're telling me, Kimi Kazi, that we have ridiculously taken that beryl No, I can't. I'm not even going to say it. It insults my beryl. But we're going to give you the beryl and the white quartz and the quartzite, limited in stock. Can you see why I couldn't even bring myself to utter the words? $14.95 with only 15 minutes left on the show. And wouldn't that pretty? I'm looking at those three and I'm thinking of that Amazonite hematite kit. For the life of me, I can't remember what it's called, but Hannah was working with it earlier. Yeah, it wasn't the pretty picture garden one. Blue Horizon. The Blue Horizon second kit that we only had about, we were limited, that was only double figures, so I think we had about 60, 70 of that kit, didn't we? That would tie in beautifully with it. Oh, I mean, that is just for the beryls alone.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
Ridiculous, isn't it, Hannah?
That's just silly prices. Silly prices.
Silly! The Imperial Topaz and the Lucite, and then beryls, 8mm beryls, 180 carats for $14.95, plus the quartz and the quartzite. Don't get me started, I'll be on my high horse again. There isn't time. I've got to go to another jubbly box. Oh, they're beautiful, beautiful. Box number 3. Oh, now, when I was with you last week, these launched for the first time. It was on the evening show. It was with my very good self and Dion, or it might have been Deanna. It was with me anyway, because I remember they were brought down to me. So I know it was me that launched them. Don't know if they were back in stock, but I loved the colour pop, the vibrancy, and the fact that they were wheels, so you might only need to use a few in between. Fuchsia pink, rich purple, and then a corally red orange. Summer, summer, summertime. Has a lovely holiday feel. We haven't really had the brightness of colour today, have we? Apart from in my powders, my enamel powders.
Yes. Yeah, so this is taking it to the next level with
Isn't
colour.
it?
Colour pop.
Colour pop. Fun colour. And of course, you don't have to use it all together. You don't have to, I mean, those 3 strands together, maybe just think a holiday. But you can just use a few and, you know, they translate, because they're the wheels with, you know, sometimes the impression jasper, the sandy coloured, stony coloured jasper, just a few of the purples. You know, for the men's jewellery, just a little bit of that injection of colour, because these wheels, there's so much on each strand of gemstone quality, they will go so far. Featured shell, but shell cut in a different way. How would you use them, Hannah?
I would use these either running along the base of a hair comb, or so they give like a button effect, or make a button tiara from them.
Yeah, of course, because when you lay them flat,
yeah, they look
you
like
just weave in and out with your wire, yeah.
But I've seen these, Gemma Chrome mixes these up with her felt designs.
Ooh.
So again, you're taking one form of bright colour, adding it with the brightly coloured felt, and it almost gives quite a festival look actually to the pieces. So
celebratory festival look, yeah.
So I'll probably get them and make Gemma make me something.
Fabulous, that's a good idea. Yeah, I was just thinking, one is that, you know, just sewn it in the middle of a felt flower, or in the middle or above a flower design, and I don't know, all sorts of materials. That'd be beautiful, because of course they're the wheels and the centre drilled, and there's loads on each strand. And it is a festival, fun, summer feel. The colour injection is so rich and vivid. GFG C23, 7x3 to 7x6 approximately. The orangey corally red, but it is shell, the purple and the fuchsia. So the second time I've seen them. Wow, I can't even remember if they launched that low, but $7.95 for your shell rounds. Don't miss out. I really like the idea of sewing them across a comb, because again, they're going to go so far, aren't they?
So far, yeah. It's a way to use your gemstones to make the most of them, and it's just thinking through those procedures. Good fun.
Get the kids involved. They like the bright colours as well.
They do.
I don't think the kids will get hold of that crackle quartz. That was beautiful earlier. No one's going to get hold of that. But yeah, sumptuous. The richest colours, with the exception of the jewel enamel, you know, in terms of vibrancy of bright colour, we've had today on the show. It's not the end of, though, because we've got my Perspex Masterclass special with Hannah at 2, and then I'm with you back at 5. It really is a Fifi marathon. I hope you'll join me. I just realised I haven't read out many texts today. I'm sorry, but hopefully we'll have a chance later on. So if you want to send me any, do. Don't keep me lonesome. GFG C23, don't miss out, because I just know they're going to go such a long way. Now we're down to the last few minutes of the show. Today was about the enamel and the resin, introducing you to that fabulous medium. So I'm going to have a little recap. Watch the repeats as well. It'll be interrupted by the masterclass at 2, which is going to be with Hannah and myself, because the show didn't record. So unless you watch the live show when the Perspex was launched about a fortnight ago, if I'm correct, you won't have been able to see the demonstrations unless you watch the live show. So by popular demand, we're going to bring you, demonstrate the art of this medium, and from start to finish actually make something with you. So it's at 2 o'clock till 3 live on the show tonight, and 5 o'clock I'll be bringing you the evening show. Because I realised a lot of people in the day show don't know that we have an evening show, and vice versa. And when I was doing the night time, because I bob about, the night time they don't watch the daytime, so either they don't know or it's when work shift patterns. So it's important that you know that. You roll over the 1p&p. Okay, we're going to bring you the Opal Effect resin. Now tell me again the statistics here, Kimmy, because you were telling me the price individually. We have the Stellar Flash, the hardener we should be paying, and the resin, these two together, the hardener and the enamel, because 2 parts of the enamel to 1 part of the hardener, you're looking at about $14.95. So I'm just going to round up £15 just for those 2 alone. And if you watch the repeat, you see that Hannah uses 2 parts of the enamel resin to 1 part of the hardener, and it really sets really quick, so quick that you can actually hold the wire ring shanks in it and see it set before your eyes, which you did on the show. Plus the Opal Effect, this is just gorgeous, which gives you this sort of effect. Yeah. You put the enamel, you put
enamel
the
in first.
Enamel in first, then the flash.
Then the flash.
With the resin, it's the opposite way around.
No, resin first.
Resin first.
This is resin, so we're basing the
This is
mold.
my enamel.
This is
my enamel, so...
and the enamel is the powder.
That's right. So this is my resin. I'm confusing myself.
Really confusing.
Forgive me. Forgive me.
Yeah, so
the enamel was
resin.
the powder. So the resin first. This creates your hardened resin.
That's it. Yeah.
So that
resin
was
first,
the resin
sprinkle
first.
in,
Sprinkle in.
and then finish with
and then
resin.
sandwich with the resin. That's
exactly right.
Whereas the enamel was the other way around,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
right,
We
yeah.
put the effect in first,
That's
and
one.
then the enamel. I'll get there. So yeah, I've only been working here 3 years. I'm still new to it. $14.95. So that would just be because we're giving you the actual opal effect, which gives you this dazzling effect. Free. And there's loads in there. You only need a few flakes. Okay, quick recap. This is the enamel I was blundering on about. So this is the one that you remember we reduced the pot to $24.95. This is what dries really quickly. That one you'd probably leave for 24 hours.
24 hours, that's correct.
This is the enamel, the powder effect that you sprinkle into your enamel pot that we gave you for $24.95. Tomorrow it'll go back down to $29.95. We also gave you the flash, Stellar Flash Opal, but we also gave you the powdered leaf gilding flakes, which give you that effect. Yeah, beautiful. I'm showing you two things the same there. Yeah, because we also have our black enamel there on the website, but this is the white enamel. And then we had our enamel gun, which gave you the glistening effect. So we melt the enamel powder, add the flakes first, and then pour on the enamel. I've got it! By Jove, I think she's got it! I'll have forgotten in half an hour. $7.95. Now I think that should have been double the price. $14.95 was it, if memory serves me right? Almost £13. Yeah, so almost double the price. So not quite double, but 40% saving there. $7.95 HGG C31. And remember the enamel warmer, which you can bake your polymer clay in because it's got a lid. I was paying attention, $24.95, and it has been $39.95 when it launched. We took it down to $29.95, but for today and today only, and it will go back to that price tomorrow, $24.95. And this is what you put your powdered enamel into. It melted, and then that's what you poured into your molds. Remember the molds? We had the butterfly, we had the rose, and we had the heart mold. There is the enamel melting pot, FWF T13. So we were given massive reductions to express yourself in this new medium if you haven't already tried it. So and then in a moment the moles went to $12.95 instead of $20.95, and they were the three that you could do. So You know, if you don't get the code, just ask the call centre. The butterfly, the rose and the heart. They all went to, instead of $20.95, we gave them to you for $12.95. Ask the call centre, they'll know. So you wanted to see the kit? Oh, there it is. Thank you, darling. You're so quick. ILGC48. I don't forget, you see, because they're bargains. They're imprinted on the brain. I might get the add-in first and the which way round for the enamel and the resin, but I won't forget a price. Did I tell you my Imperial Topaz was $6.95? Oh, right, what do you want me? Oh, the kit, yes, the challenge. I was talking about this with the beryl there and the quartzite. Only 30 left in stock. Started with the low stock. There was the lovely creamy white coral, the beautiful natural amazonite, the silver coloured hematite. I thought it would work magically with the beryl and the quartzite and that white quartz you just got for $14.95. If you want to extend that kit further, I thought that was a beautiful mix. Or indeed my amazonite drops. You get your silver plated findings and you got the 5 sterling silver. No, that was another kit, forgive me. And you got the turquoise wire. That's where I was going with that one. You got the 0.8, 10 metres. Oh, you did get the sterling silver 5 seamless cones.
That's one, yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't making it up. Let's go see Hannah and her designs.
Come on
we looked at some
now.
earrings and a necklace. I think there's about less than 30 of these left. We've had another little stretchy and of course, oh, they're beautiful. Look at this.
That's the great thing about stretches. You can just build them up, stack them up.
Layer them up, and you made a stunning ring with a wire of the turquoise. So that was another little stretchy. I love that coral and that amazonite. They're made heaven sent. And hello, dingle dangle jingle jangle. Oh, pretty.
A little bobble ring. Again, I love moving in jewellery. So
I love your bobble rings.
Fun.
I love your designs. I love everything you make, Hannah. It's so gorgeous. Look at that. Beautiful. Hard to do, or you know,
easy peasy. I don't do difficult designs. Keep it easy. So you're following the same demo that we did for the ring shank for the jewel enamel earlier, and instead of creating a flat bezel, you're creating a round loop and then wrapping that round, and you just hook on like you would a head pin or an eye pin to the loop.
Love that. And we had your beautiful 3 sets of it. Oh, you made another little pair there.
Earrings there.
Coral. You had your chandelier findings in the pack. Lovely dingle dangle with those silver bead caps there. And then that sumptuous tassel necklace. And that kit was working out at over £40. I think it was £40.35 when you bought the individual components from Jewellery Maker. So a massive 40, 65. Oh, should be pernickety now. 30p pernickety. £40.65. Well, it is important because it's savings, quite frankly. Look after the pennies. The pounds will look after themselves. $19.95. So less than 30 there. Right. Enjoy your enamel making. Enjoy watching the repeats and the demonstrations from the lovely Hannah. Come and do a masterclass with us here. Look on our website and tell you about all the workshops that we do physically here, and you get some hands-on experience, one-to-one tutorialship from our fabulous designers. And Hannah works upstairs as well as sourcing our gems. Now, Hannah's going to be with me at 2 o'clock and we're going to be exploring the art of perspex.
We are. We're going to go from basic design right through how to create masterpieces with it. So join us then.
We're going to have a little bit of lunch.
We are going to
little cup of tea. It's going to be a live show, so if it's something you want to record, set the DVD, set the video, get ready, so that you can, explore the art. And obviously we'll be selling as well. And we'll put it on our YouTube page, and then I'll be with you again. I'll have another quick glass of gin for the 5 o'clock evening show as well. I'll find out what goodies we've got in store for you this evening. So hope you can join me for the masterclass. Do enjoy watching the repeats. I've enjoyed being with you this morning. It's absolutely flown by. Take advantage on the repeat of any of those offers I've shown you. I hope they're still in stock.
Yes, absolutely.
So we'll see you at 2 o'clock. I hope you can join us and enjoy the rest of your Saturday. And good luck with the enamel making. I've bagged a couple of rings already. I'll see you at 2. Take care.
Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewellery Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewellery Maker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. And each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their Jewellery Maker account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, The Genuine Gemstone Company, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moonsmoat, Redditch, B989HF.
We all know you need the right tools for the job, so here at Jewellery Maker we have designed a kit to make sure you have all the essentials to join in with the fun. With round nose, flat nose and wire cutter pliers, as well as a reamer, tweezers and a bead scoop, you've got everything you need in one place for just $9.95. We provide the tools, you provide the skills.
When you place your first order with us, you will receive a free booklet and DVD full of handy hints, tips and tutorials to help you get started with your new Jewellery Maker hobby.